Okay. It's streaming. Get off me! Stop it. I know she does. I wish we could edit these to like cut the beginning when we're trying to get it set up out. This thing says we're not live yet. 90% sure we are. Okay. All is live. Show YouTube. Update. Reload. Get off me. Okay. I'm gonna just sing until people tell me that they can hear me. Singing, singing, singing. So much singing. This kitten's now eating my power cord. Oh my gosh, stop eating things, kitten. You're so cute, but I don't like you right now. Hi! People can hear me. Yay! Yeah, Nina says they're going to report me for animal abuse. Um, yes, so tonight's broadcast will be interesting because it's my first broadcast with two new kittens that are really annoying and really into eating the power cord, and the headphone cord, and being on the keyboard, and they're just so in the way, but they're so fluffy. So, yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, tonight it is Derby night, which is my favorite night of the year. And I was actually getting a little bit depressed today because I was thinking that it's 4 months from now until the next Derby night. In case you're wondering, that is the very first week of October. That's really far from now. That's depressing. So anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 races tonight. Oh, gosh, I thought it was only 12. That's aggressive. And we do start with the one non-thoroughbred race, which is the Arabian Desert Cup, which drew a surprisingly small field this year. Tonight's MC is Nina, and she's going to tell us all about these 6 horses. We have 8 minutes to post, and make sure you get your bets in tonight because tonight is going to be a fun betting night. And as always with these big race days, it's like, is it going to be chalky or is it going to be 13 horses you've never heard of in your life? So I love that. It's exciting. And without further ado, here is, wait, Nina.
Hello, guys. Happy week 16 Friday. So, the first race is the Arabian Desert Cup, and there's only 6 horses in this field, and all of them have easy to say names. So, thank you guys for that. The parents might not be so easy, but in post one, we have the Sandman, homebred for Nikki Everdeen, bred sired by the Visionary and out of the Say It's Your Birthday mare, Alea. Has 8 wins from 16 starts, $225,000 in earnings. Did win his prep race for this in the Midnight Snack Stakes, which was in South Dakota, a week for Saturday. Coming over here a little less than 2 weeks rest. Not much, but a little less. In post position number 2, sorry, there's a kitten beating up a microphone in my ear. But in post 2, there's Dejin, homebred for Laura Ferguson, a 5-year-old mare sired by the Visionary and out of the Say It's Your Birthday mare, Shirvasta. 6 wins from 13 starts, $248,000 in earnings. She was runner-up to Blackjack Vision in the Grade 3 Desert Beast Mode Stakes, week 3 Friday here in Dubai. Before that, did win the Game Time Decision Stakes, which was week 1 Wednesday in California on a sloppy track. There's a lot of speed in this race, and she's the second horse to have speed. The first horse, the Sandman's also a speed runner. So we will see her out there early. Post position number 3 is Journey's End, a homebred for Lori Hamill, 5-year-old colt, sired by the Visionary and out of the Huffy's mare Wearing Midnight. 6 wins from 16 starts, $752,000 in earnings. Was third in the Desert Beast Mode Stakes, week three Friday here in Dubai. Before that, didn't run again. Last time she ran before that was when she won the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Arabian Classic, week 16 Wednesday, year 46, where he was a neck over Blackjack Vision. Post position number 4 is Moral Visionary, a homebred for Chris Evert. This 5-year-old black stallion is sired by the Visionary and out of the Midnight mare, Moral Paradox. 5 wins from 13 starts, $162,000 in earnings. This horse hasn't won in a while, but being there's so much speed, might like coming from behind with pace setters. Was 5th in the Grade 3 Desert Beast Mode Stakes, week 3 Friday, and then was 6th in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Arabian Classic. Last time he won was week 4 Wednesday in year 46. Post position number 5 is Pounces, a homebred for Lucas Davenport. This 5-year-old mare is sired by the Visionary out of the Darwish mare, Darwow. 9 wins from 16 starts, $860,000 in earnings. Was 4th in the Desert Beast Mode Stakes. Was runner-up in the Stewards Cup Arabian Distaff. This filly is also a front runner, so we will see her out with the others. And then last but not least is the post position number 6 is Chris Evert's Blackjack Vision, another 5-year-old stallion sired by the Visionary and out of the Billy Jack's mare BJ Magic. 7 wins from 13 starts, $315,000 in earnings. Another front runner, won the Grade 3 Desert Beast Mode Stakes as prep and was runner-up to Journey's End in the Stewards Cup Arabian Classic, week 16 Wednesday. Saying the Wednesdays is really throwing me off, especially since some of these horses ran on a Friday. I don't know. But anyway, here is the field for the $800,000 Arabian Desert Cup. The kittens may have killed the steward. I'm not sure, but
I literally got up to get a cat dangly toy, which I'm holding between my big toe and the next toe and bapping the kitten in the face with it. Oh, shoot, I dropped it. So that I don't have the kitten bapping the microphone as you saw on live kitten cam. Yeah, Nina, while you were talking, I turned on kitten cam. It was pretty cute. Anyway, here's the first race of the night. Only 6 horses going 1.25 miles. This race is for 5-year-olds and up, which is unusual because most of our races are for 4-year-olds and up or 3-year-olds and up, but Arabians don't start till 3, so yeah. I'm trying to think who's the favorite in here. Journey's End, maybe? Let me tell you, this is random segue, but the Louisville Derby tonight, like, remember how usually it is a really contentious race and there's 5 undefeated horses and all that good stuff, and we're all like, who could it possibly be? This year, I guess it's either going to be Ridgewood or Conqueror because of all the people, about 100 people who've submitted their picks tonight to me. I think there were only 3 that didn't have Ridgewood or Conqueror. That's just unusual that we have such strong favorites. That doesn't normally happen. We're always like, it's so tough this year. Yeah, not this year, apparently, according to the bettors. So we'll see if they're right or not. Also, same train of thought, I thought for sure that Napa Rose was going to be the favorite in the Oaks, but in the contest, she's not quite at 50%. She's a little bit less than Eskimo Kiss, who is the one getting all the votes. A lot of votes for Perfect Denial as well. So I guess those are the 3 big horses in the Oaks. As for the Desert World Cup, it seems like a match race between Dragonfly and Circle of Life, and I think I got like 1 Steelheart and 1 Happy This Way, and that was it. So we'll see. Are just a few people going to be really excited tonight, or is everybody correct? But that's a long way away. because now it's time for the first race, which is the Arabian Desert Cup. I haven't called a race in a long time because there was no Pegasus this year, so I'm feeling a little bit rusty. Sometimes it still seems like the Stewards Cup was like yesterday, and other times, if you ask me right now to name like 3 Stewards Cup winners from last year, I literally couldn't. So, yeah. Here we go. I hope you guys got your bets in, if you're into that sort of thing. Oh my gosh. Everything's different. This is the first time I'm doing this on 7 point whatever we're on, and don't know how to close the betting. Betting pool closes at $700. Thanks for the bets, guys. And it is post time. They're off in the Arabian Desert Cup, and it was a perfect break for all 6 horses. Pounces, which is something that the kitten just did, goes out to the front and will be joined by Blackjack Vision, then the Sandman. Those 3 are dueling early with Dijin there too. 2.5 lengths or so back to Moral Visionary, who sits in 5th, and then Journey's End is the early trailer as they go past us under the wire for the first time with 1 mile left to go. It is Pounces, Blackjack Vision in between, and the Sandman. Those 3 are dueling. Dijin is taking back a little bit, and then it's a gap of 3 to Moral Visionary. Journey's End right on that one's tail, though, and that is your field of 6, and they turn down the backside. It is still Pounces. Dijin, he's making an early move up into 2nd now, then Blackjack Vision and the Sandman, they're 4 across the track. Moral Visionary has dropped 5 lengths off of them, and Journey's End is 2 lengths behind that, so 7 lengths front to back. They go around the far turn now, and Pounces leads by almost a length. They're going to have to catch him. Dijin is trying. Blackjack Vision is fading. The Sandman, here comes Moral Visionary passing horses. Journey's End is asked to go, but not responding today. They're at the top of the lane, and Pounces kicks away. Dijin can't keep up. Blackjack Vision is done. Here comes Moral Visionary down the center of the racetrack. Pounces, Moral Visionary, and Pounces is holding on. Pounces every step of the way today, wins by a length. Moral Visionary up for 2nd over Dijin. Blackjack Vision and the Sandman was 4th. The official winner is Pounces. She's a 5-year-old dark bay mare by the Visionary. Shocker. Out of by Darwish. Okay, I'm going to be done with that now. She is a homebred for Lucas Davenport, who has won this race several times, and this is her 10th win in 17 starts. Another random segue, but Lucas Davenport will be up for the Hall of Fame this year alongside a bunch of other people because there are so many people right about the same class. Pete Vella, Nina Olson, Carolyn Eaton, Steven Saratoga, Nikki Everdeen, Paul Heinrich, people who've been around for a long time, have a whole bunch of wins. Some of them are better at mixers, some of them are better at thoroughbreds, and you just kind of have to clump them all in one class and hack away at whoever gets in the hall each year. So the Hall of Fame voting will be coming in the next couple of days. And next up, we have the Desert Turf Sprint, which is a 6-furlong contest on the turf. I almost said dirt. That would have been mental. And here's Nina.
I'm going to be up for the Hall of Fame? That's amazing. World is ending. Okay. Anyway, we are in for the Desert Turf Sprint. Of course, there's going to be a heavy favorite in this race, but there are 5 other horses besides that heavy favorite. And the first one is 31 Reasons, a steward bred owned by Nikki Everdeen. Cost Nikki $3.9 million at the TBS Yearlings sale. He is sired by Reach for the Moon and out of the As to War mare Made of Steel. Has 7 wins from 21 starts, $665,000 in earnings. Was 4th in the Grade 2 Desert Turf Prep. Behind See You Monday, Charles the Great, and Danny Pink. Before that was 3rd in the Grade 1 Runaway Stakes, Week 16 Friday, behind Composer and Sonic, but did win the Grade 1 Pre-Longchamp, Week 14 Friday last year. Post position number 2 is Charles the Great, owned and bred by Christophe Desjardins. He is a 5-year-old gray stallion sired by Reach for the Moon and out of the Damascus Sword mare Ocean Ridge. Has 8 wins from 19 starts, $1 million in earnings. Interestingly enough, this horse is the only horse who has come within anything of CU Monday. CU Monday usually wins by multiple lengths, but last time he was second by a nose to CU Monday. I don't know what that means, but bet accordingly. But he was second in the Grade 2 Desert Turf Prep Week 3 Friday here in Dubai. Was third in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Turf Sprint Week 16 Friday in California behind CU Monday and One Who Defends, and did win the Grade 1 Nakayama Sprinter Stakes Week 14 Friday. Post position number 3 is Moonstrokes, owned by Dusty Klatt and bred by Dave McKay. This 5-year-old gelding is sired by Reach for the Moon and out of the Stroke of Genius mare, Stroke of Science. 8 wins from 19 starts, $296,000 in earnings. Did win his last 2 starts with impressive speed figures of 87 and 89. His last win was in New Zealand, week 4 Friday, in the Wellington Handicap, which he won by a length. And before that, won the Grade 3 Fleet of Foot Stakes there in Malaysia over gum recession. And before that was third in the Moscow Heroes Championship week 14, Monday, year 46. Post position number 4 is Photogenic, owned by Rafa Usaz and bred by the steward, cost Rafa $1.4 million at the TBS yearling sale. He is sired by Fez and out of the Soldier Field mare Selfies. 8 wins from 14 starts, $337,000 in earnings. Won his last 3 starts from Come Behind Fashion. Won the Grade 2 Impala Sprint Stakes in South Africa, week 4 Friday, over just within Reach. Also won the Perfect Night Stakes in Russia and won the Missouri Cup in Cyprus, week 15 Friday. Post position number 5 is Danny Pink, another steward bred owned by Regina Moore. Regina paid $4.2 million for this 5-year-old stallion. He is sired by Exterminate and out of the No Bias, No Hate mare, Waddle. 11 wins from 22 starts, $1 million in earnings. Was third in the Grade 2 Desert Turfs prep to CU Monday and Charles the Great with an 83. Won the Grade 1 Tokyo Sprint Championship, though, week 16 Friday with an 86 over A Kind of Bravery and Ancient Mystery, and was second to Charles the Great in the Grade 1 Nakayama Sprinter Stakes, week 14 Friday. Post position number 6 is the famous undefeated CU Monday, owned by Ronnie D. Cost $1.2 million at the TBS yearling sale. The steward bred this mare, the stallion, out of CU by and sired by the Sepia Tint stallion. 14 for 14, $2.3 million in earnings. His last 3 wins were in the Grade 2 Desert Turf Prep, which he only won by a nose, and then he won the Stewards Cup Turf Sprint by 4 lengths and the Grade 3 Highland Sprint Stakes by 4.5 lengths. And and he's also the only speed horse in this field. So that is this field for the Desert Turf Sprint. And we will turn it over to the steward.
I'm back. I am making fish on a nonstick skillet right now, as the horses are circling and getting ready to go into the gate for the Desert Turf Sprint. Will this be yet another coronation for CU Monday, who has 6 semi awards to his credit? He was even the North American champion 2-year-old male 2 years ago, which that award usually goes to like the juvenile winner or like the sprint championships winner. So very unusual for a turf sprinter to get such an accolade. He's been North America's champion turf sprinter twice on top of that, and he was the horse of the year in the South Pacific last year. So, I mean, what else can you say? He goes to the front and he wins by a lot. Of horses that could try, oh god, the kitten found me. Horses that might try and beat him. I bred Danny Pink to be a really, really good one. Also, in case anyone's wondering what the name 31 Reasons is from, it's because I wanted to go to Baskin Robbins 31 flavors, and I was thinking that there were 31 reasons to go eat ice cream. Every flavor they have. Okay, I'm done. Danny Pink, as a $4.2 million purchase, has kind of been disappointing, having only earned $1 million back. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what it is. He did win the Grade 1 Tokyo Sprint Championship last year, so he is a Grade 1 winner. He's going to race probably next year as well, so he has more time, but I'm sure he'd like to see you Monday go bye-bye. It's post time for the, not Bun Barrette, the Desert Turf Sprint. The betting pool closes at $23,200. They're off in the Desert Turf Sprint, and the field of 6 broke away well. Perfect start. And there he goes. The unbeaten See You Monday is hustled out early, and he immediately opens up a length and a half. Charles the Great takes back to track that one, and then 31 Reasons who's alongside. Moonstrokes is there too with Danny Pink on the outside, and Photogenic is the trailer, 4 lengths front to back. So they whip around the turn, and See You Monday, he's leading by 3, and the pace is very fast. He's setting a fast pace here with Charles the Great second, 31 Reasons is third. Moonstrokes and Danny Pink right together 4th and 5th, and then Photogenic has dropped back 3 lengths last. They're at the top of the stretch, and See You Monday, he's still clear, but only by 2, because here comes Charles the Great. Those 2 leave the rest of the field behind. Moonstrokes third, it's See You Monday, but Charles the Great is trying to run him down. See You Monday is all out after the fast pace. Here comes Charles the Great. See You Monday, can he do it? Charles the Great and See You Monday, photo finish in the Desert Turf Sprint. Too close to call. Did See You Monday hold on, or did Charles the Great get him? Moonstrokes was third, then Danny Pink, and 31 Reasons. The results of the photo are in. The official winner of the Desert Turf Sprint was Charles the Great in a massive upset over See You Monday, who is no longer undefeated. Charles the Great is a 5-year-old gray horse by Reach for the Moon out of Ocean Ridge by Damascus Sword. He's a homebred for Christophe Desjardins, and this is his 9th win in 20 starts. Big upset there. Next up, we have the Dubai Millennium Mile. My fish is burning, so here's Nina.
Congratulations. I hope you all bet accordingly after I said so. If you didn't, your own fault. But anyway, here is the Dubai Millennium Mile. There are 8 horses in this field, and post position number 1 belongs to Work Called, owned by Glenn Escobar and bred by Pam Meyer. He is a 4-year-old colt sired by Lion of Senate and out of the workforce mare Working. Has 5 wins from 14 starts, $143,000 in earnings. Did win his week 4 Friday, another Dubai Prep. That's the name of the race. And he wired that field. Of course, it was a match race, so there was only one other horse to wire the field with. But other than that, he was 3rd in the Emirates Turf Mile week 2 Friday, and then was 4th in the non-winners of 5 week 15 Friday. Post position number 2 is Dark Shadows, a homebred for Stormy Peak. The 6-year-old chestnut stallion is sired by A Darker Day and out of the performing Tricks mare, Tricks Are for Kids. 11 wins from 24 starts, $2.2 million in earnings. Won the Grade 3 Arcade Stakes in California week 2 Friday, so is coming in off of a 4-week rest. Before that was second to Red Ferns in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Turf Mile, and then was second to Invocation in the Grade 1 the Southern California Mile, week 13 Friday. Post position number 3 is Invocation, a homebred for Allie Hedgestone. This 5-year-old chestnut stallion is sired by Brightheart and out of the Dr. Horrible mare, Isolation. 11 wins from 18 starts, $3.7 million in earnings, was second to Red Ferns in the Grade 2 Sandcastle Stakes, week 3 Friday as his prep for here, and was fourth behind Red Ferns, Dark Shadows, and Famous Soar in the Stewards Cup Turf Mile, but did win the Grade 1 Southern California Mile week 13 Friday. Post position number 4 is a filly, Every Little Helps, a homebred for Norman Architecture. This 4-year-old filly is sired by Mickey and out of the Florida Keys mare, Florida Straits, has 9 wins from 11 starts, $1.3 million in earnings, was third to the boys in the Grade 2 Sandcastle Stakes, week 3 Friday, and also was second to Front Page Star in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Filly and Turf Mile, week 16 Friday. But she did win the Fight and Defend Stakes, week 14 Friday, wire-to-wire fashion. Front Page Star. I was like, it's Front Page Star in here? But otherwise, yes, Every Little Helps will be going straight to the lead. Or trying to. Post position number 5 is Red Ferns, owned by Tammy Stoike and bred by the steward. Cost $2 million at the TBS yearling sale. Sired by Old Dan and out of the Star Signs mare, Westward Sunset. 9 wins from 11 starts, $1.9 million in earnings. Has won his last 6 starts, including the Grade 2 Sandcastle Stakes for his prep here by a length and a half over Invocation. Also won the Stewards Cup Turf Mile with a 97 speed figure over Dark Shadows week 16 Friday, and then won the Grade 2 Arcadia Turf Mile over Steel Slayer week 14 Friday. Post position number 6 is Steel Slayer, owned by Laura Ferguson and bred by the steward. Cost $4.7 million at the TPS yearling sale. This 4-year-old colt is sired by Shatterdome and out of the Worldwide Fame mare, the world over. 8 wins from 13 starts, $1.1 million in earnings. Won the Grade 3 Frankel Stakes in California, week 3 Friday as his prep for this race by 4 1/4 lengths over Old Lens. Was 7th in the Stewards Cup Turf Mile, week 16 Friday, and then was second to Red Ferns in the Arcadia Turf Mile, week 14 Friday. Post position number 7 is the very zoomy mare Front Page Star, a homebred for Leonard Beagle. This black filly is sired by Early Edition and out of the King of the People mare, Notable People. 15 wins from 17 starts, $2.7 million in earnings. She prepped in Great Britain in the Grade 3 Newmarket Stakes, week 3 Friday, which she won by 2 1/4 over Marie de Medici and Sue Alcindor. Also won the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Turf with a 92 wire-to-wire fashion, as well as the Grade 1 Arcadia Ladies Mile, week 13 Friday. Post position number 8 is another steward bred, this one owned by Andrea Beaucamp. This one cost $850,000 at the TBS yearling sale. He is sired by Do No Harm and out of the Eohippus mare, Frozen Moment. 8 wins from 12 starts, $819,000 in earnings. Was 4th in the Grade 2 Sandcastle Stakes as his prep for this. Before that was in Australia to win the Grade 1 Western Australian Guineas, week 15 Friday, and then won the Grade 1 Caulfield Derby in Australia, week 12 Friday. And that is this year's field for the Dubai Millennium Mile. And I think the steward's back. I don't hear pants banging around. That is not fish. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Nina. Yes, Dubai Millennium Mile. What do we make of this group? Because Steel Slayer was such a good horse as a 2-year-old. He won the Stewards Cup as a 2-year-old. And is he the same horse? He was 7th in the Stewards Cup last year. Well, and before that, he was second, fourth. So I would say he's not the same horse. But he did win his prep for this race by 4 1/4 lengths, so maybe he's, back now. And then what about Invocation? This is Allie Hedgestone's big horse, 3.7 million earner. Is he the same horse? He hasn't won in 3 starts. That last win was a grade 1 week 13 of last year. He's 5 years old now. Should he have gone to the breeding shed? What about the Stewards Cup upsetter, Red Ferns? He's pretty amazing. He is riding a 6-race winning streak, and I think you have to make him the favorite here because he's proven he can beat in these types kind of over and over. And speaking of old things, Dark Shadows is 6. I know you guys probably don't count Dark Shadows amongst the top turf milers right now, but he has won $2.2 million, and I love that he's by a Darker Day, who is such a good miler. I booked a mare to this horse this morning because I want to make sure that I get in on that. And then we got the 2 fillies. What are these 2 fillies doing here? Well, why not, I guess. Like Front Page Star, 15 for 17. That's pretty sweet. Every Little Helps also has only lost twice. But those 2 losses were in her last 2 races. One was to Red Ferns and Invocation, and the other was to Front Page Star. So they fit. Are they better than the boys? That remains to be seen. So it is post time. Sorry, distracted. It is post time for the Dubai Millennium Mile. Wow, I have to get my dad to fix this. Every time I open a race, it does not have the admin settings on it, and that's a problem for me. Only $3,700 in the betting pool. Come on, guys. You're going to make me a liar about how good this day is for betting. You guys, if I make a filly race at a mile in Dubai, then I'd have to make a filly route race for turf horses. I'd have to make a filly dirt route race. I'd have to make a filly dirt mile and dirt sprint. And then John Slotman would have to tell me that I'm Oprah and everybody gets a prize. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, post time. Doing it. Ready? They're off in the Dubai Millennium Mile. And Steel Slayer, absolutely brutal break for him. He goes right to his knees and his nose hits the grass. Every Little Helps was 1 step slow, but she's rushed out now and she's going to take the lead, joined by the other filly, Front Page Star. Those 2 kick away to duel, with Dark Shadow settling in 3rd, and then Steel Slayer, after that bad start, is hustled through to be mid-pack. Creed is next, Invocation, and Red Ferns is 7th, with Work Called, the early trailer. So they finish the first turn and go up the backstretch, and Front Page Star, she leads now by a length. Every Little Helps takes back off of her, and those 2 are 5 lengths clear of the rest. Dark Shadow sits 3rd all by himself, with Steel Slayer 4th. Creed is up 5th, and Red Ferns and Invocation right together, and 3 lengths back to Work Called. Half the race left to go, and Front Page Star, but she only leads by a half length, as Every Little Helps is right alongside now, then Dark Shadows. Steel Slayer would have 5 lengths to make up, then Red Ferns, who's gaining ground. Creed, Invocation is 7th still. Invocation being asked and he's not responding, then Work Called. They're at the top of the stretch, and it's still the same 2. Front Page Star and Every Little Helps. Those fillies kick away. Dark Shadows is 3rd. Here's Red Ferns up in 4th, and coming on, then Steel Slayer. But it's Front Page Star and Every Little Helps. They're 3 lengths clear. Front Page Star on the inside and Every Little Helps on the outside. And now Front Page Star kicks away, and Front Page Star, she's going to crush the boys today. Front Page Star to win by a length and a half. Every Little Helps is 2nd. Dark Shadows back 3rd, then Red Ferns and Steel Slayer. The official winner is Front Page Star. She's a 5-year-old black mare by early edition out of Notable People by King of the People. In case you're curious, that's a mare that I sold because I thought she was no good. Leonard Beagle is the owner and breeder, and this is her 16th win in 18 starts. This is why we don't need a filly race, because they ran 1-2. Next up, we have the Desert Duty Free and a whopping field of 5 here. You know what? I got a message from a friend today who said, "Why is this field always terrible?" And that is a good question. This is a $2 million race, and there's maybe 2 or 3 horses that can win it, and there's only 5 total. Like, what are you doing with your $2 million race here? Like, should we scrap this one? Does everyone just refuse to run a mile and an eighth? Questions for another day. Here's Nina.
Wow, there's only 5 horses in here. Once upon a time, I was going to enter this race, and then I thought a lot more was going to show up, and then I forgot to enter races. So there's that. But post position number 1 is Diplomatic, a homebred for Nikki Everdeen. This is a 5-year-old dark bay stallion sired by Anorak, and out of the July mare, Independent Storm. 4 wins from 18 starts, $310,000 in earnings. Was 3rd in the Desert Gold Stakes week 4 Friday. Was 2nd in the Grade 3 Desert Classic week 1 Friday. And then was 3rd in the Indian Classic, week 14, Monday. His last win came year 45, week 15, Friday. So probably a long shot here. Post position number 2 is Chance Encounter, a homebred for Nick Gilmore, a 5-year-old black stallion sired by Stalingrad, and out of the feet mare Chance Collision. 9 wins from 14 starts, $926,000 in earnings. Was 2nd in the Desert Gold Stakes behind Move On. Week 4 Friday did win the Grade 2 German Males Champions Stakes. Week 16 Friday. Oh, but that was going 12 furlongs. So is this prep, I guess. Over Solid Blue and Night Club. And then was 2nd in the Ireland Champion Stakes behind Wesley, going 10 furlongs, week 13, Friday. Post position number 3 is Bengal, owned by Bradley Davis and bred by the steward. This 4-year-old black colt was sold for $2.5 million at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale. 8 wins from 10 starts. 1 was in Argentina week 4 Monday, where he won the Grade 2 5 o'clock somewhere stakes. Oh, I like the name of that stakes. Over the Skin I'm In and Undefined Limits. Was 5th in the Stewards Cup Turf on week 16 Friday, where he ran a 69, and then week 13 Friday he won the Grade 3 Virginia Turf Stakes, going 9 furlongs, week 13 Friday, over Jontagrad and Local Knowledge with an 86. Post position number 4 is Riff, owned by Lee Cara and bred by the steward, cost $999,000 at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale. This now 5-year-old is sired by Movie Sign and out of the Monster Mare Reluctantly. 12 wins from 16 starts, $1.9 million in earnings. Probably the favorite in this field, as he's won his last 5 races. He won the Turgot Handicap week 3 Friday in Africa, and then he won the Champions Vase Grade 1 in Africa, going 9 furlongs, week 16 Friday with a 90. He's also, I think, the only speed horse in this field as well. And then he won the week 14 Friday Grade 1 Everest Stakes, wiring that field with an 86. And yeah. And then last but not least, Danny. Danny has a homebred with a very Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know. I can't say Japanese words. But he's a 4-year-old chestnut colt sired by Itoko, and out of the Celebrity Sighting mare, Celebrity Spotting. Has 5 wins from 10 starts, $242,000 in earnings. Did win the Grade 3 Zazam Stakes week 4 Friday here in Dubai. And then was 4th in the Grade 3 Fort Greene Handicap, going 8.5 furlongs, week 2 Friday in New York. And then did win the Grade 3 Blockbuster Stakes in California, week 14 Friday, with an 89 over Yank. And that is this year's very small field for the Desert Duty Free. Is the steward eating fish, or is she still eating M&Ms? We never know. Oh, she's here. Okay.
So yeah, I feel really bad when I'm like chowing down on my fish in Nina's ear, because that's just bad behavior. So sorry about that, Nina.
It's okay. I tune you out.
So this is a very interesting race because there's no speed in here. Pretty much no one like loves the lead except for Riff. So is anyone going to take it to him early, or is he just going to run away? And is Chance Encounter still the same horse that he was last year? He's a 5-year-old now. He's approaching $1 million, but he did lose his prep race for this. But the horse that beat him, not in this race, because that horse is in the 1.5 mile race later. Whoa, I have no battery. Okay, this will be fast. Let's call it. They're off in the desert duty free, and Riff just flies out of the gate. Riff straight to the front. Chance Encounter there too, Diplomatic, Bengal, and then Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be the early trailer. So Riff, he opens up by 3 lengths going into the clubhouse turn. Chance Encounter back second, then Diplomatic third. Bengal is fourth alongside Shinsuke Nakamura, and that completes the field of 5. They turn then the backside, and Riff is now leading by 6 lengths. He's running all out early with Chance Encounter second. Diplomatic is third, and he's got 3 lengths on Bengal. Shinsuke Nakamura is the early trailer, but only about 10 lengths off the leader. That leader is Riff, and he's leading by 8 lengths now. Can anyone catch him? Chance Encounter is going to be the one to try. Diplomatic, Bengal, Shinsuke Nakamura, they're coming to the top of the stretch, and Riff is now only leading by 5 because here comes Bengal. Bengal is a danger. Even Shinsuke Nakamura is closing. Chance Encounter not today. Diplomatic drops out last. Riff, he's only leading by 3. Bengal is trying to get him. Bengal and Shinsuke Nakamura second and third, but Riff, he's going to be able to hold on. Riff is going to win by a length. Bengal second, then Shinsuke Nakamura third, and Chance Encounter was fourth. The official winner of the Desert Duty Free is Riff. He's a 5-year-old black horse by Movie Sign, out of Reluctantly by Monster. He was bred by the steward and is owned by Lee Cara. He cost only $999,000 as a yearling, or 2-year-old, sorry, and he's now earned well over $2 million. Oh yeah, he's now earned just a few dollars shy of $3 million. So it can happen to you. You can have a good horse too, or something. Next up, we have the Desert Golden Sprint, and this is a huge field of 11, which is quite the departure from all the other races today. So here's Nina.
Yes, there are 11 horses in the Desert Golden Sprint, and the first one is Where Your Story Ends, a steward bred owned by Paul Heinrich. Costs $3 million at the TBS yearling sale. This now 5-year-old is sired by I Sure Am Somebody. Out of the Battle Star mare, Battle Forge has 8 wins from 19 starts, $805,000 in earnings. Was second in the Los it's coming off actually a 6-week break. Last ran week 16 Monday in the Los Campeones Dirt Sprint, where he was second, just so it appears. Won the week 13 Monday Grade 3 Gran Premio Ciudad de Buenos Aires, and then won the Clásico Irlanda week 9 Monday. Post position number 2 is another steward bred. I think... Yes, this one owned by Pete Vela. Are You Worthy? He is sired by Black Hennessy, and out of the Quicker Than Light mare, Flying Forward Angelia. 9 wins from 14 starts, $895,000 in earnings. Was fourth in the iconic Dash behind Southern Getaway and Shrinking Conquest and All You're Loving, week 3 Friday. Did win the Grade 1 Malibu Beach Stakes, week 16 Friday, over Luke Cage and Black Eagle, week 16 Friday, and was second to Thunder in the Grade 1 Lost in the Fog Stakes, week 14 Friday. Post position number 3 is Exile of Kings, a homebred for Gigi Go Faster. This 4-year-old Dark Bay colt is sired by Madness of Kings, and out of the After It Rains mare, Go Back Home. 9 wins from 13 starts, $1.3 million in earnings. This guy won the Grade 2 Sandstorm Stakes Week 3 Friday as a prep race over He Breathes Fire in the Scary Lights. Was 8th in the Stewards Cup Sprint Week 16 Friday behind slight change of plans. And then won the Grade 1 Inspired Fox Stakes Week 12 Friday in Florida over Sideways and Mersenne. Post position number 4 is a homebred for Jonathan Fisher, and that is Rafik. This 4-year-old chestnut colt is sired by Look I Am Scary out of the After It Rains mare Midnight Gift. 11 wins from 16 starts, $872,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 3 Southern Cross Stakes Week 4 Friday on a sloppy track over Euro on the Prowl and Get It Dave. Was 3rd in the El Rapido Handicap Week 2 Friday in California behind Shark Be Quick and Luke Cage, and then was 9th in the Stewards Cup Sprint Week 16 Friday. Look I'm Hunting is one of the frontrunners in this field, and he is a homebred for Licara. He is a 4-year-old black colt sired by Look I Am Scary out of the DeLorean mare Gold Hunting. 11 wins from 13 starts, $1.2 million in earnings. One of the Grade 3 Blacklight Stakes Week 3 Monday, wire-to-wire fashion over Plain Journey and Sideways, and as a prep, and then was 5th in the Stewards Cup Sprint Week 16 Friday, and then was 2nd to So It Appears in the Grade 3 Adams Stakes Week 14 Monday. Post position number 6 is a homebred for Kath Sylvia, and that is Mersenne. He is a 5-year-old bay stallion sired by Prime Factor out of the Happy Times Ahead mare Angel's Breath. Has 8 wins from 22 starts, $937,000 in earnings. His last win came year 46, week 2 Friday. Was 5th in the Grade 2 Sandstorm Stakes, which was week 3 here in Dubai. And then it was 2nd to Chicago Tower in the Grade 2 Yamakishi Dash, Week 16 Friday, and then was 5th in the Grade 1 Lost in the Fog Stakes, Week 14 Friday. Post position number 7 is a steward bred owned by Keith Maidlow, and that is Southern Getaway. He cost $2.9 million at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale. He is sired by Southern Symphony and out of the Quicker Than Lightmare as Light as Air. 7 wins from 15 starts, $787,000 in earnings. Won the iconic Dash on a Sloppy Track Week 3 Friday over Shrieking Conquest and All You're Loving. Was 7th in the Stewards Cup Sprint Week 16 Friday, and then won the Grade 2 Kentucky Crown Sprint Week 13 Friday over Cafe Del Mar. Post position number 8 is Shark Be Quick, a homebred for Mike Bryant. He is a 5-year-old bay stallion sired by Uiji and out of the Shark Tank mare Shark Be Prowling. 7 wins from 19 starts, $214,000 in earnings. Earned his way here after he ran a 90 week 2 Friday in the El Rapido Handicap over Luke Cage and Rafik. Wire-to-wire fashion in California, was 7th in the Chris Missile Stakes, which is a Grade 2 Week 15 Friday, and then was 1st. You could have claimed this horse for $75,000. Week 13, Day 4, year 46. Post position number 9 is the Scary Lights, owned by Glenn Escobar and bred by Ricky Stam. He is a 6-year-old dark bay horse sired by Look I Am Scary and out of the Quicker Than Light mare, Quicker in the Light. 10 wins from 28 starts, $859,000 in earnings. Was 3rd in the Grade 2 Sandstorm Stakes, Week 3 Friday, behind Exile of Kings and He Breathes Fire. Won the Grade 3 Desert Sprint here in Dubai Week 1 Friday, though, with an 86 over Believe in Fate and Dr. Ouija. And then was 5th in the Velocity Sprint Week 15 Monday in Puerto Rico, where he ran a 70. Post position number 10 is He Breathes Fire, owned by Xander Zone and bred by the steward. He is a 4-year-old colt sired by Happy Times Ahead out of the Ad Infinita mare She Talks to Villains. 11 wins from 16 starts, $1.5 million in earnings. Was second to Exile of Kings in his prep race, week 3 Friday, the Sam Storm Stakes. And then was second to Slight Change of Plan in the Stewards Cup Sprint, week 16 Friday, and was second in the Grade 1 Lexington Sprint, week 14 Friday, behind Black Cloak. Post position number 11 is a homebred for Xander Zone, and that is Believe in Fate. He is a 6-year-old black stallion sired by Quicker Than Light and out of the Perspectives mare At First Sight. 4 wins from 28 starts, $327,000 in earnings. Was fourth in the Sandstorm Stakes, week 3 Friday here in Dubai, and then was second to Scary Lights in the Grade 3 Desert Sprint, week 1 Friday here in Dubai, and then was in Saudi Arabia for the Ocean of Fire Stakes, week 14 Friday, where he was 6th. But that is this year's field for the, I almost said the Stewards Cup Sprint, but that is not the race. The Desert Golden Sprint. Good luck to all. And I will turn it over to the steward.
Thank you, Nina. It's post time, but after that, I will tell you guys a little story. So yes, I'm going to actually turn off the betting for this one because didn't for the last one. My bad. Oh my gosh. I gotta email my dad to fix this problem with the admin stuff. Anyway, betting pool, pathetic, $1,100. I do not know why we still have that. I want to add so much stuff. Like, I would love to add multi-horse wagers and pick threes and just lots of other fun stuff. Like, multi-horse wagers would be the bomb. Place and show betting would be the bomb. But I can't sell it because you guys don't bet, and it's sad, and I want to add live odds, but why have that if no one bets? It's a vicious cycle. So anyway, it's post time. Oh my god, there's literally 4 cats on me. Sorry if the use of the G word was offensive, because I didn't mean to do that, but there's just a lot of cats, okay guys? Okay. They're off in the Desert Golden Sprint, and Southern Getaway stumbled badly. Southern Getaway drops back last. Here comes He Breathes Fire, who caught a flyer from the start, and he is rolling. Look, I'm Hunting, and then Rafik. Where Your Story Ends, Exile of Kings. Southern Getaway is trying to move up through the field, then Shark Be Quick. Mercen, You Are Worthy, Believe in Fate, and The Scary Lights is the early trailer. So He Breathes Fire, and he is breathing fire today, leading by 3, and the pace is fast. Look, I'm Hunting in second, then Rafik. Southern Getaway up fourth after that bad start. Where Your Story Ends, Exile of Kings, Shark Be Quick, You Are Worthy, and the rest are dropping back. It is still He Breathes Fire at the top of the lane, and he's 3 in front. Rafik is chasing Southern Getaway. Look, I'm Hunting, and here comes Exile of Kings now down the center of the track. Where Your Story Ends there too, but it's He Breathes Fire leading by 2. Rafik, Exile of Kings up third, now second. He's rolling, but He Breathes Fire is too far gone, and He Breathes Fire is going to win by a length and a quarter. Exile of Kings up second, Rafik is third, Southern Getaway, and Where Your Story Ends, then You Are Worthy. The official winner is He Breathes Fire. He's a 4-year-old gray colt by Happy Times Ahead out of She Talks to Villains by Ad Infinitum. He is a Stewart bred owned by Xander Zone, and this is his 12th win in 17 starts. I feel a little sad for Gigi Go Faster, who was really hoping that she was going to win this one. She knew that He Breathes Fire and Exile of Kings were just easily the two best horses in this race, but Exile of Kings has to settle for second, and Look I'm Hunting, how badly has he tailed off? He finished 7th here. This horse used to be undefeated, so the Desert Mile is next, so I'm going to talk really quickly because I just want to let you guys know that we are coming up to Equestricon, which is the first ever international horse racing convention. It's at Saratoga Springs this summer, August 13th, 14th, and 15th, I do believe. The Sim has a booth there, and it's like a real convention with badges and autographs and photo opportunities and stuff. And a bunch of Simsters are actually working the convention or on panels or are going to be visiting. And obviously, we would love to have you guys come by. We would be all over anyone who wanted to volunteer and talk to people and convince them to join the Sim. We're kind of investing a lot in this experience, hoping that it gets a lot of new players that are actually horse racing savvy. If it doesn't work, it will be very, very sad for our business decisions. So, what we're going to ask you guys to do, probably on Monday, is if anyone has video equipment, record, and there will be prizes given out and stuff, record a testimonial about why you love the Sim. Like, what is it that drew you to the Sim? Something that can help us sell it. And we're going to run this video in the background with everyone's testimonials, and we think that that will be the bomb. So, yeah, next up is the Desert Mile. And to talk all about that race with 7 horses in it is Nina.
All right. So the first horse in this field is a homebred for Xander Zone, and that's Osmium. He is a 6-year-old chestnut stallion started by California Chrome and out of the Liquid Gold Mare Gold and Copper. 10 wins from 29 starts, $661,000 in earnings. Won his prep race for this, the Optimist Stakes in Turkey, week 3, Friday, with an 86 over Big Bandit and Alonzo. Alonzo is still running, I feel like. He's way old. But anyway, and then was second in the Desert Challenge Round 1, Week 1 Friday in Dubai, behind And Are Happy. And then won the Grade 3 Prince Ali Stakes in Saudi Arabia, Week 15 Friday. Post position number 2 is El Marusa. He is owned by Glenn Escobar and bred by Tyler Anthony. He is a 5-year-old chestnut horse sired by Pioneer of the Nile and out of the Just Victory mare, Fury Victory. 8 wins from 17 starts, $515,000 in earnings. Was second to Timber Growl in the Desert Mile Prep, week 3 Friday here in Dubai. And then was third to And Are Happy and Osmium in the Grade 3 Desert Challenge, week 1 Friday. And then won the San Pedro Handicap, week 14 Friday in California over Phil Graves. Post position number 3 is Scissor Hands, owned by Todd Lucas and bred by the Steward. He cost $1.5 million at the TBS yearling sale. He is sired by the Pumpkin King and out of the Firefly mare, River Tam. 9 wins from 13 starts, $587,000 in earnings. Was third to Elusive Words and Love Is Your Name in the Grade 2 Big Easy Handicap in Louisiana, week 3 Friday, where he ran a 78, and then he was 9th in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Dirt Mile, week 16 Friday, behind Dr. Who and Olive Time and Consecration, and then won the Grade 2 Marked Man Stakes in Tennessee, week 14 Friday. Post position number 4 is a homebred for Andrew James in Fayanavar Tapestry. It's a filly, a 6-year-old filly, sired by My Soul to Sake and My Soul to Take. Now the Big Bucks mare, Beer Baroness. 10 wins from 21 starts, $257,000 in earnings. Won her last 2 starts in Turkey. The great ungraded Creston Stakes with an 87, and then the great ungraded Jalapoli Stakes, week 16 Friday. And then was second in the Canacal Stakes behind Little and Foxy, week 12 Friday. Post position number 5 is And Are Happy, owned by Pete Vela and bred by the steward, cost $1 million at the TBS mix sale. He is sired by Because I'm Happy out of the Henny Hughes mare Academic. 11 wins from 21 starts, $853,000 in earnings. Won his last 2 starts, including the Grade 3 Desert Oasis Classic, where he ran an 88 in Dubai week 4 Friday, over Through the Air and Fool of Shame. He is also a front runner in the week 1 Friday in Dubai, the Desert Challenge Route 1. He won that over Osmium and El Marusa with an 87. And then was third in the Pancho Villa Cup Grade 2 in Mexico, week 15 Monday. Post position number 6, King of the Suns, owned by Brianna McKenzie and bred by the steward. I can hear you. Can you hear me? What? I'm going to assume a kitten decided that you were paying too much attention to her and not, or to me, and not attention to her. I know that feeling. Moo moo. I don't know. I'm just sitting here talking about King of the People or King of the Suns. And Elsa goes, Colin! And I was like, what? Oh, yeah. I'm waylagged. I don't even see the chat updating, so I don't know. Okay, well, King of the Suns, I think that's who I was talking about. But anyway, he is owned by Brianna McKenzie and bred by the steward. Cost $2.2 million at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale. Sired by Light of the Moon and out of the Just Victory mare Roselaire. 9 wins from 10 starts, $569,000 in earnings. This is a zippy little horse. He won his prep of the Grade 2 Fargo Stakes with a 91 wire-to-wire week 3 Friday, but was 5th behind Doctor Who Hall of Time and Consecration in the Dirt Mile week 16 Friday, but did win the Lay Your Armor Down Stakes, which was a Grade 3 in Kentucky week 14 Friday with a 90 over Cartographers. So you can't really blame him for losing to Doctor Who All the Time and Consecration, that crazy group. So speaking of consecration, he is post position number 7, a homebred for Peihi's son. He is a 5-year-old bay stallion sired by Justin Act out of their father Ralph mare Holy Communion. 12 wins from 19 starts, $2.5 million in earnings. Was 3rd in the Grade 2 Fargo Stakes week 3 Friday. And then was 3rd in the Stewards Cup Dirt Mile behind Doctor Who and All of Time week 16 Friday. And then won the Grade 2 Mojave Stakes week 13 Friday in California with a 90 over Hallmark and Crime Scene. And that is this year's field for the Desert Mile. And hopefully the kittens don't get mad again. But hopefully the steward's ready for a call. It's okay.
I once again apologize for the antics of Spooky the Cat, who decided that we didn't need to be broadcasting anymore. But don't worry, now she's eating the string off of my pants, so all is well. Yeah. Anyway, post time for the Desert Mile. The very pathetic betting pool closes at... Oh. I guess I said bet and you guys bet. $18,500. I'd like to redact my previous statement about patheticness. Okay, we're a little bit late, so let's just dive right in. They're off in the Desert Mile, and Scissorhands had a rough break and took up at the start. He's hustled on now, though, and joins And Are Happy on the front end, then King of the Suns and El Marusa. Osmium is back fifth with Consecration alongside, and wow, Fion of Our Tapestry, I should have read this before I started talking, is the early trailer. So we have a duel on the front end between And Are Happy, Scissorhands, and King of the Suns. They are a length ahead of El Marusa with Osmium fifth, and Consecration is back sixth. Fion of Our Tapestry is the early trailer, and they have 5 furlongs left to run. Scissorhands now in front with King of the Suns back in second. And Are Happy has dropped out third. 3 lengths back to El Marusa, and then Consecration, who would have 10 or 11 lengths to make up if he wants to win this one. Osmium has dropped out last behind Fion of Our Tapestry. And Are Happy regains the lead around the turn, though. Scissorhands drops back third, then King of the Suns. These 3 are still 4 lengths ahead of the rest. El Marusa's the one in fourth, with Consecration trying to close the gap, and Osmium is now sixth again. So they're at the top of the stretch, And Are Happy still leads. Scissorhands coming back at him, though. King of the Suns right there, too. These 3 are cruising away from the rest with Consecration up fourth. It is And Are Happy battling with Scissorhands. King of the Suns in between. Scissorhands, he's now the one in front. And Are Happy fights back. King of the Suns, it's going to be tight. It's going to be another photo finish in the desert between Scissorhands, And Are Happy, and King of the Suns. The results of the photo are in, and the winner by a nose was Scissorhands. He's a 4-year-old black colt by the Pumpkin King out of River Tam by Firefly. Did I just sell that mare? Yup, idiot. Todd Lucas is the winning owner, and the steward was the breeder. Scissorhands now has 10 wins and 14 starts and seems equally good at a mile and a 16th. So remember that when he retires to stud. Sorry for the really bad call. No good excuses other than kitten attacking pants the whole time. 2 miles is the distance of the Desert Marathon. And that is up next, and post time is in 4 minutes. So yeah, Nina, help us get back on track.
There's only 7 horses in here, and I'm sure nobody's actually listening to the Desert Marathon horses anyway. Kidding. But the first horse is Ishtar Gate, owned by Rebecca Rose Hepburn and bred by Allie Weasley. He's a 4-year-old gray colt, started by Through the Ghost and now the Sword Mare Paragamon. 5 wins from 11 starts, $326,000 in earnings, was 4th in the highly regarded stakes, which is a grade 3, week 3 Friday in Dubai, behind Circle of Life and Dogmatic and Disinfect, was 7th in the World Cup preparation stakes, behind Steelheart, Kaiser Soze, and Sir Topham Hat. It's a weird name. With a 62, and then won the King Bakzaman. Why doesn't Spooky like me? Why doesn't Spooky like me? It's because Spooky hates me. I hear you. Everyone hears me but you. Hello. Why does Spooky hate me? Anyway, back to Ishtar Gate. King, he won the grade 3 King Bat Saman stakes in Saudi Arabia, week 15 Friday. Post position number 2 is Piper's Pit. I know Danny doesn't like this horse, but everyone else might. But Piper's Pit is a homebred for Danny Derby. He is a 6-year-old bay horse sired by Maelstrom out of the Ice and Fire mare Plum. 11 wins from 24 starts, $1.9 million in earnings. 1 week, his prep week 3 Friday in Dubai, which he named a very long prep for a very long race, which was a 2.5 mile race. But anyway, he won it with an 84 wire to wire. And then he won the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Marathon week 16 Friday over D's Friday night in Menzies. And then was third to commentary in Mohawk in the Grade 1 James Bond Memorial Stakes. Post position number 3 is Dr. Nefario, owned by, or leased, or owned something by Robbie D, and bred by Art Vandelay. He's a 5-year-old gelding, sired by Man of Mystery out of the Paramount mare Wonderful Dream. 6 wins from 17 starts, $527,000 in earnings. Was second in the Grade 3 Flyaway Handicap, week 1 Friday, so comes in off of a 5-week rest. Only going 8.5 furlongs, not the way to prep for a marathon, but whatever. And then week 15 Friday was 7th in the Grade 3 Wasteland Cup, and then was 2nd in the Candy Stakes week 13 Monday. Post position number 4 is Dogmatic, a homebred for Paul Heinrich. He is a 6-year-old dark bay stallion, sired by Vortex out of the Awakening mare Jaden. 5 wins from 24 starts, $585,000 in earnings. Was second in the Grade 3 highly regarded stakes, week 3 Friday here in Dubai over behind Circle of Life, and then was 5th in the Grade 3 Hidalgo Champions Cup, week 16 Friday here in Saudi Arabia, behind Lisa Turpin and Lament, and then won the Grade 3 Arabian Nights Handicap, going 12 furlongs in Saudi Arabia, week 13 Friday, with an 89. Post position number 5 is Talk It Round, owned by Scott Island. He cost $5.4 million at the TBS yearling sale, bred by the steward, sired by Rambling out of the Braveheart mare Breathe. Was 7 wins from 22 starts, $1.3 million in earnings. Won his prep race in California week 3 Friday, the San Francisco Treat, which is a Grade 3 over Labyrinth and Better Now. Was 5th in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Marathon week 16 Friday, and then was 2nd in the Grade 2 Profimegpos Stakes week 13 Friday. Post position number 6 is a homebred for Michael Looker, and that is Menzies. He is a 6-year-old stallion, sired by Anointed, and out of the same mare, Same O. 7 wins from 21 starts, $812,000 in earnings. Was 5th in the highly regarded stakes here in Dubai, week 3 Friday. Was 3rd behind Piper's Pit and D's Friday night in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Marathon. And then won the Grade 1 Peru Jockey Club Stakes, going 1.5 miles in Peru, week 14 Monday. And the last post position number 7 is Piper Nigrum, owned by Gina Porter and bred by Christy Williams. He is a 6-year-old black gelding, sired by Father Ralph, and out of the Stay Inside mare Black Pepper. 4 wins from 24 starts, $182,000 in earnings. Was 3rd in the Grade 2 Desert Challenge Round 2 stakes, going 9 furlongs behind Saturday Silence and Steelheart. Was 6th in the World Cup Preparation Stakes, and then was 4th in the Grade 2 Foggy City Stakes, week 15 Friday. And that is this year's field for the Desert Marathon. And now we'll turn it over to the steward.
Thank you, Nina. Yes, we are a little bit behind, but we're just gonna keep going, and yeah. Betting pool is going to close at, nope, that's me closing the window. Not the same thing. The betting pool for the marathon is going to close at $12,500. I literally can't remember who wins this race. So, oh, okay. They're off in the Desert Marathon, and Menzies had a sluggish start. Ishtar Gate is the one who's going to show speed, and no one really wants to go with him early, so Ishtar Gate is going to be alone on the lead. Dr. Nefario is in second with Dogmatic alongside and Talk It Round there too. Then Piper's Pit in between horses, and he's 3 lengths in front of Menzies. Piper Nigram is at the very back of the pack, and that is your field of 7 as they go into the backstretch. I just got really distracted looking up at the Evangeline race on my TV, and there's a loose horse. We should have that in the sim. That'd be amazing. So Ishtar Gate, he's leading by 2 lengths. Dr. Nefario is second with Dogmatic alongside third, and Talk It Round there too. Piper's Pit only a nick back in fifth. Those 4 are across the track. Then Menzies, who would have 5 lengths to make up, and Piper Nigram is at the very back. Ishtar Gate, he only leads by a length as they come into the stretch the first time. Dogmatic is up in second with Dr. Nefario third. Talk It Round biding his time in fourth. He's comfortable. Piper's Pit has dropped back fifth. He's 2 lengths behind that trio. Then Menzies and Piper Nigram. So it is still Ishtar Gate who goes under the wire in front and leads them into the clubhouse turn. Dogmatic, Dr. Nefario, Talk It Round, then Piper's Pit, 6 lengths off the leaders, with Menzies, and Piper is the trailer still, and they're going down the backstretch with only 5.5 furlongs left to go. We have a new leader, though, and that leader is Dogmatic, as Ishtar Gate absolutely spits the bit, and Ishtar Gate drops back through the field. Dr. Nefario is now second. Here's Talk It Round in third. Piper's Pit, he's alongside Ishtar Gate and passing, then Menzies. Piper Nigram's still at the very back, and they're at the top of the lane. Dogmatic still leads, and he's joined by Dr. Nefario. These 2 kick on. Talk It Round getting involved too, and now they're 3 across the track. Menzies is fourth, not today for Piper's Pit. It is Dogmatic. Dr. Nefario trying to pass with Talk It Round, but Dogmatic has their measure, and Dogmatic is running away to win. Dogmatic will win by a length. Close between Dr. Nefario and Talk It Round for second, then Menzies fourth, and Piper's Pit was fifth. The official winner is Dogmatic. He's a 6-year-old Dark Bay horse by Vortex out of Jaden by The Awakening. He's a homebred for Paul Heinrich, and this is his 6th win in 25 starts. Gotta love these hard-knocking horses that are always right there. 7 horses in the Desert Turf Classic, which is the next race. It's technically 4 minutes to post time, so we're going to try this again without Kittens cutting off the audio.
That'd be fun in the sim. What is the next 7.5? I don't know if the horses could break out of the gate early, could run loose, dump their riders. That'd be fun. We should have that. It adds realism to the game. But anyway, post position number 1 is the Thunderdome, a homebred for Carolyn Eaton, a 5-year-old gray stallion sired by Sydney. And out of the Usain Mare Peace on Earth, 10 wins from 18 starts, $2.3 million in earnings, was second in the Magic Carpet Stakes Week 3 Friday here in Dubai, behind Time Limit, was second in the Grade 1 Melbourne Trophy behind Colzine Castle in Australia Week 16 Friday, and then won the Grade 1 Cox Trophy Week 14 Friday over I Am Right Here in Space. Post position number 2 is Rustov. He is a 6-year-old black stallion sired by Stalingrad, and now the Tattered Mare Restored Royalty. He is a homebred for Ryan Whitehead. 10 wins from 22 starts, $4.2 million in earnings. Won the Grade 1 Barbados Gold Cup going 9 furlongs, Week 3 Monday. Before that was third behind Coleman Hull and Time Limit in the Stewards Cup Turf, and then was second behind Charlton Heston in the Arc de Triomphe, Week 14 Friday. Post position number 3 is I Need to Love, owned by Marley Oaken and bred by the steward. Cost $771,000 at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale. Sired by Some Kind of Madness and out of the Clockwork Mare Minutes. 9 wins from 17 starts, $1.2 million in earnings. Won his last 4 starts. Is coming in over here from Japan, where he prepped in the Grade 1 Japanese Spring Marathon, which he won over Andy Love's April in Venezuela. And then was also won Wiring the Field in the Vernacular Stakes week 2 Friday, and then won the Grade 1 Hong Kong Turf Cup week 15 Friday over James Lee and Laughter. Post position number 4 is Move On, owned by John Slotman and bred by the steward. Cost $3 million at the TBS yearling sale. Sire is Quite the Feat, and out of the Opera Ghost mare Dark Opera. 15 wins from 18 starts, $1.6 million in earnings. Won his last 3 starts, including the prep race, the Desert Gold Stakes, week 4 Friday here in Dubai, over Chance Encounter and Diplomatic with an 89. Won the Troubadour Stakes week 1 Friday here in Dubai over Osmim and Kavath with an 86, and then won the Wiener Schnitzel Cup, which is a Grade 2 race, week 14 Friday in Germany over Sideshow and Jaunty's Dream. Post position number 5 is Time Limit, owned by Cleopatra and bred by the steward. Cost $3.2 million at the TBS yearling sale. The 6-year-old is sired by Two Toned and out of the oversized Heart Mare Cookie. 13 wins from 22 starts, $7 million in earnings. Won the Magic Carpet Stakes in Dubai week 3 Friday over the Thunderdome and Coulzian Castle. Was second to Coleman Hell in this Grade 1 Stewards Cup Turf week 16 Friday, and then was second to Wolfgang in the Grade 2 Kentucky Crown week 13 Friday. Post position number 6 is Coulzian Castle. He is a homebred for Jerry Hardy. This 4-year-old chestnut colt is sired by Dwight Eisenhower, and now the Australia mare Tears That Fall. 6 wins from 9 starts, $1.2 million in earnings. Was third to Time Limit in the Thunderdome in the Magic Carpet Stakes week 3 Friday. Did win the Melbourne Trophy Grade 1 week 16 Friday, and also won the Grade 1 Japanese St. Leger week 14 Friday in Japan. This horse has been all over the world. And then post position number 7 is Secret Meeting, owned by Lee Cara and bred by the steward. Cost $4.3 million at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale. Sired by Two Toned and out of the Monster Mare Renewed in Spirit. 11 wins from 17 starts, $1.1 million in earnings. Won the Prix Marcel week 4 Monday in France over Unbind and Slacks with a 92, and then won the Grade 3 Desert Classic, going 9 furlongs in Dubai week 1 Friday with a 91 over Diplomatic and Frosty Nibbles, and then won the Grade 2 Cape Town Diamond Plate in South Africa week 15 Friday over Screenwriter and What You Mean with a 92. And that is this year's field for the Desert Turf Classic. We will turn it over to the steward for the call.
Thank you, Nina. And it is post time for the Desert Turf Classic. Compared to the Desert Duty Free, this race is on a different planet. This race is so good, with every horse being a millionaire, most horses being multimillionaires. It's just, this race is the bomb. So 7 horses to go a mile and a half on the grass, with the betting pool closed at $36,400. They're off in the Desert Turf Classic. I Need to Love was a step slow out of the gate, but the rest were away well. Oh, although Coulzian Castle has trouble a few strides out of the gate, Coulzian Castle is now last. It's I Need to Love after the slow start. Who's going to open up, because there's absolutely no pace in here? Will this be Riff Redux, as I Need to Love is immediately 3 lengths in front? Time Limit and Rostov right together with Secret Meeting fourth. Then Move On, the Thunderdome, and Coulzian Castle is being hustled up to join the field. So it is I Need to Love leading down the stretch the first time and 4 in front. Then comes a wall of horses, Time Limit, Rostov, Secret Meeting, and Move On. The Thunderdome is back 6th with Coulzian Castle alongside, and those two are chasing the field. The pace is solid. It's I Need to Love under the wire the first time, leading by 6 lengths. I Need to Love well ahead of the rest of the field. Time Limit is in second at neck in front of Rostov. Secret Meeting is still fourth, about a length back, with another 4 lengths to Move On, who's all by himself. Coolsey Castle picks up a spot, and the Thunderdome has dropped back last. So it's still I Need to Love, No Change in Order, Time Limit, Rostov, and Secret Meeting. Then Move On, Coolsey Castle, and the Thunderdome. They have half a mile left to run, and I Need to Love still leads, but he's only a length in front. Here comes Time Limit, and Rostov is on his heels. Secret Meeting and Move On. Move On's going to have to get going as they reach the top of the stretch, and Move On, now he explodes. Time Limit takes the lead. I Need to Love is done. Rostov is there. Coolsey Castle is closing, but Move On is like an absolute rocket in the center of the track, and Move On blows right on by past Time Limit, Rostov, and then Coolsey Castle, but Move On was your decisive winner today. The official winner was Move On. He's a 5-year-old black horse by quite the feat out of Dark Opera by the Opera Ghost. He was bred by the steward and is owned by John Slotman. This is his 16th win in 19 starts. He's pretty good at life. He also now has $3.6 million in earnings, so... Okay, so we're almost cut up. We have 5 minutes to post for the Desert World Cup, but we have 20 minutes to post after that, so Nina can take her time talking about this outstanding field in the Desert World Cup. It is not a big field, but it is a fantastic field. So here she is.
Congratulations, Move On. I was hoping Em would play the song in celebration. She didn't, so that was sad. But she's now serenading me. So, anyway, post position number 1 is the Triple Crown winning Dragonfly, homebred for Susie Rydell. This 4-year-old bay colt is sired by Mana Mystery, and out of the wake as I am, mare Amber. 7 wins from 10 starts, $4 million in earnings. One is prep here in California week 4. Friday, after taking a 4-week rest after the Stewards Cup Classic, he won the Arcadia Million, going wire to wire over Access Monday and Captain My Captain with a 93. He did run 4th, surprisingly, in the Stewards Cup Classic, behind You Never Know, James Dean, and Circle of Life. He ran an 86 in that. And then he won the Grade 1 Long Island Gold Cup after taking a 5-week rest after winning the Triple Crown. He won the Long Island Gold Cup with a 98 wire to wire over Captain My Captain and Iron Spirit. Post position number 2 is Circle of Life, a homebred for Danny Derby. He is a chestnut 4-year-old colt, sired by Messiah, and out of the Maelstrom mare Wish Upon a Star. 7 wins from 11 starts, $2.5 million in earnings. Won the Grade 3 highly regarded stakes week 3 Friday as his prep over Dogmatic and Disinfect with an 87. Was 3rd in the Stewards Cup Classic behind You Never Know and James Dean, but he still ran in 94. And he did win the Grade 1 Awesome Derby on a sloppy track week 14 Friday over Steelheart and TikTok Baby. Post position number 3 is Steelheart, owned by Michael Looker and bred by the steward. He cost $10.9 million at the TBS yearling sale for Michael. He is sired by Mana Mystery and out of the East Mare Chocolate. 5 wins from 11 starts, $1.1 million in earnings, was second to Saturday Silence in the Grade 2 Desert Challenge Round 2. Just sitting off the pace there, which was a 9-furlong race, week 3 Friday. And then he ran in the World Cup Preparation Stakes, which he won over Kaiser Soze and Sir Topham Hatt, going 10 furlongs week 1 Friday. And then he was second to Circle of Life in the Grade 1 Awesome Derby on a sloppy track week 14 Friday. Post position number 4 is a horse that won the Stewards Cup Juvenile, and that is Saturday Silence, a homebred for John Exet. He is a 4-year-old black colt now. He is sired by Espoir City and out of the Zulu Dancer mare Eve. 5 wins from 10 starts, $1.6 million in earnings. Won the Grade 2 Desert Challenge Round 2 with a 91 over Steelheart and Piper Nigram. And then was 10th in the Stewards Cup Dirt Mile when John tried to drop him back to avoid the Stewards Cup Classic. But anyway, which was week 16 Friday, didn't work out, was 10th, where he ran a 33. But before that, did win the Grade 3 Iowan Meadows Derby, over going 8.5 furlongs, week 13 Monday in Iowa, where he ran a 92 over Justice Pledge and Dr. Mysterio. Post position number 5 is One Last Breath, owned leased something by Sten Reno Hakusen and bred by Art Vandelay. He's a 5-year-old black stallion, sired by Oncoming Storm and bred by out of the Skipping Stone Mare Breathless. 9 wins from 17 starts, $817,000 in earnings. Won his 2 prep races, won the Gallant Sox Handicap, which is a grade 2 in New York. Ran 12 furlongs on a muddy track where he ran in 91 over Last the Night in Film. Also won the grade 3 Flyaway Handicap week 1 Friday, going 8.5 furlongs on a fast track, where he ran an 89 over Dr. Nefario and Fueled by Hate, and was second to Dire Wolf in the grade 2 Fraternity Cup week 15 Monday. Post position number 6 was one of the later entrants in this field, and that was a homebred for Laura Ferguson, Kaiser Soze. 4-year-old bay colt, sired by Rambling out of the Keyboard Courage Mare Inspiration. 7 wins from 12 starts, $1.2 million in earnings. Won the Rejuvenation Stakes week 4 Friday here in Dubai, going 10 furlongs with an 89 over Honor Bound and Mint Ridge. Also was second to Steelheart in the World Cup Preparation Stakes, 10 furlongs week 1 Friday here in Dubai. And then won the grade 3 Fighting with Wit Stakes week 14 Friday over a sloppy track with a 90. Post position number 7 is Happy This Way, owned by Lino Duran and bred by the Steward. He costs 13.5. Actually, this is another lease horse. Happy This Way is leased by Lino Duran, costs $13.5 million at the TBS mix sale, sired by Easy on the Eyes and out of the War Daddy mare Just One Kiss. Bred by the Steward, has 8 wins from 12 starts, $1 million in earnings. Won his last 3 races, including the Grade 1 Hot Springs Handicap week 4 Monday in Arizona over Storm Up Ahead and Album of the Year. Also won the Grade 3 Razor Sharp Handicap, going 8.5 furlongs week 1 Monday in Arizona with a 96 over Immortalized and Prodigal Sorcerer, and then won the Grade 3 Oklahoma Derby, going 8.5 furlongs week 15 Monday in Oklahoma. And that is this year's field for the Desert World Cup. And we will turn it over to the steward.
Thank you, Nina. And it is post time for the $6 million Desert World Cup. Not a very huge field, but as far as World Cups go, this may be one of the best fields. I love it. There's nothing bad I can possibly say about this race. Every horse, with the exception of maybe one, wants to go a mile and a quarter. They've all definitely earned their way here. Everyone's in with a shot. And what do you make of Dragonfly on the rail? If he wins this, then he's one of the very good things, I do believe. The betting pool closes at $31,800. Set to go a mile and a quarter. They're off in the Desert World Cup, and Kaiser Soze stumbled at the start. Saturday Silence had to take up off of him and is now last. Dragonfly, he's gunned out from the rail, and Dragonfly is the one who's going to lead. Circle of Life takes back off of him in second and settles down with Steelheart alongside third. Then comes Happy This Way and Kaiser Soze. Those two are alongside each other. One Last Breath and Saturday Silence. They're in packs of 2 here as they gum down the stretch the first time and into the first turn. It is Dragonfly leading by 2. The Triple Crown winner's on a loose rein, and he looks good. Circle of Life is in second with Steelheart alongside third. 2 lengths back to Happy This Way and Kaiser Soze, those two right alongside each other, then another half length to One Last Breath. Saturday Silence is right there too, and they're all still in with a shot if they can catch Dragonfly, who's now leading by 4 up the backstretch. Dragonfly ahead. Circle of Life is in second, and Steelheart's getting closer now third. Those two are joined. Happy This Way is 6 lengths back fourth, with Kaiser Soze there too, and Saturday Silence, who moves up and gains a spot. One Last Breath has dropped out last, and that's the way they're going to go into the far turn. Dragonfly, but he only leads by a length. Here comes Circle of Life. Circle of Life making an early move and pulls alongside Dragonfly. Steelheart still third. Saturday Silence has moved up to be fourth. Happy This Way and Kaiser Soze needs to get going. He's not responding yet. And One Last Breath, they're at the top of the lane in the Desert World Cup, and Circle of Life has his head in front. Dragonfly tries to battle back. Steelheart's coming on too, and Dragonfly is stopping. Dragonfly not his usual self today. Circle of Life goes on. Circle of Life is now 2 in front. Steelheart second. Dragonfly, Happy This Way, and Kaiser Soze. Saturday Silence dropped out, but Circle of Life, he's going to win the Desert World Cup effortlessly today. Circle of Life the winner. Steelheart second. Dragonfly third. Then Happy This Way, Kaiser Soze, and Saturday Silence. The official winner is Circle of Life. He's a 4-year-old chestnut colt by Messiah out of Wish Upon a Star by Maelstrom. He is a homebred for Danny Derby, and this is his 8th win in 12 starts. He has finally vanquished the thorn in his side, Dragonfly. Will they meet again soon? Stay tuned to find out on this episode of Sim Rivalries. Next up, we have the Louisville Bun Barrette, our first race in Louisville today. We have 4 races here, and I kind of forgot about the 2 grass races, so that means that we're not ahead of schedule, and this is only a field of 6, though. We have 5 minutes to post. Here's Nina.
You lied to me. I feel lied to. But anyway, there are the 6 fillies in this field, and the first one is Jeannie's Ride, homebred for Mark Pavlock. This 3-year-old Dark Bay filly is sired by Rafit, and out of the Race to the Island mare Race to the Stars. 2 wins from 5 starts, $21,000 in earnings. Broke her maiden week 1 Monday this year with an 84 over Capades and Guilty as Can Be, and then ran an allowance as her prep year for a week for Monday in Tennessee with an 83 over Nain Blue and Elysium Rerum. And that is Jeannie's Ride. Post position number 2 is Praise Helix, homebred for Brian Leavitt. This 3-year-old bay filly is sired by Imperative out of the Gohira mare Nyan Cat. 3 wins from 4 starts and $598,000 in earnings. Won the Stewards Cup Bun Barrette week 16 Thursday, and then came back to be second behind Love Last Always in the Grade 1 Hot Springs Bun Barrette, which was week 4 Monday, where she ran a 78. Post position number 3 is Special to You, owned by Cleopatra and bred by the Steward, costs $15 million at the TBS yearling sale. She is sired by two toned and out of the frayed mare Shahira. 3 wins from 4 starts, $376,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 3 Valley Station Stakes week 3 Monday on a firm track over Kisses for M and Kiss Me Once. Was second to Praise Helix in the Grade 1 Bun Barrette, which shocked a lot of people, and then won the distinctive Juvenile Fillies week 13 Monday. Post position number 4 is Mint Candy, owned by Abe Froman and bred by the Steward, costs $5 million at the TBS 2-year-old in training sale, sired by Utoko and out of the Desert Eagle mare Peppermint. Undefeated 2 for 2 with $65,000 in earnings. Hasn't ran for the first time week 2 Friday this year, where she won her maiden wire to wire with an 88 over Alexandria Library, and then won the Grade 3 Affirmed Star Stakes week 14 Friday in Kentucky on a soft track with another 88 over Candy Street. Post position number 5 is Love Lasts Always. I believe this is a steward-owned filly just being ran by Carl. She is a 3-year-old filly started by Atoko and out of the Sydney mare Love Takes Time. 2 wins from 4 starts, $164,000 in earnings. Did win that Hot Springs Bunburet for week 4 Monday over Praise Helix, but was 8th in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Bunbury week 16 Thursday. And post position number 6 is Kisses for M, who I believe is also owned by the steward. Brett, right, and being ran by Joseph DiPaolo and bred by Joseph DiPaolo. He's a 3-year-old dark bay filly started by Sydney. Oh, never mind, just getting a foal. But anyway, bred by out of the mare Erotica, 2 wins from 4 starts, $192,000 in earnings. Was 2nd in the Grade 3 Valley Station Stakes, and was 4th in the Stewards Cup Bunbury week 16 Thursday. And that is this year's field for the Bunbury. We will turn it over to the steward. You told me to hurry.
All right, we're officially back on schedule now with 1 minute to post for the Bunburet, or Bunbury, or whatever you think it is, depending on your mood. Yeah, it is a little quiet in the chat room, but congrats, Danny, for your win with Circle of Life. What happened to Dragonfly? He just spit the bit hard. Did he go too fast too early? Did he get the rail curse? Is he not as good as a 3-year-old as he is at 4? Or is the 4-6 prep schedule too tough? We'll just, find out sometime. So it is post time. This is a field of 6, and they are lovely, lovely fillies. I would not be surprised if every single one of them ends up with Grade 1s in their career, but someone has to win today, so let's find out who that is. They're off in the Louisville Bunburet, and Kisses for M was 1 step slow. Special to You stumbled at the start. Praise Helix got away slowly, but now she's rushed up, and Praise Helix is going to go out to the lead. Now joined by Kisses for M, and then Mint Candy, Jeannie's Ride, and Special to You. Love Last Always drops back last, but they are tightly packed here as Kisses for M now takes over, and Kisses for M wheels around the clubhouse turn. Praise Helix is in second with Mint Candy alongside third. They have 3 lengths on Jeannie's Ride, then Special to You. Love Lasts Always, but it's only 5 lengths front to back. Kisses for M, she settles down but effortlessly opens up now. She's leading by 3. Praise Helix is in second with Mint Candy third alongside. Jeannie's Ride, it's a gap back to Special to You, then Love Lasts Always, but they're all still in contention, chasing Kisses for M. Kisses for M, she approaches the half-mile pole and she's leading by 4 lengths. Praise Helix is in second, 2 lengths ahead of Mint Candy. Special to You starting to roll now. Special to You, she's coming on. She's now 4th and now 3rd. Jeannie's Ride and Love Lasts Always, so they're at the top of the stretch. Kisses for M trying to kick away from them. Here comes Special to You. Praise Helix stop. Love Lasts Always from the back of the pack. Then Mint Candy. Kisses for M. She's still holding on. Special to You after the bad break. She's rolling at her. Then Love Lasts Always. But Kisses for M. She's got her measure. And Kisses for M is going to get her Grade 1. Kisses for M wins. Special to You second. Then Love Lasts Always. Praise Helix and Mint Candy. The official winner is Kisses for M. She's a 3-year-old dark bay filly by Sydney, out of Erotica by Jack Frost. She's a homebred for Joseph DiPaolo, and this is her 3rd win in 5 starts. Huh. She lost her prep. Would Special to You have won with a clean break? Probably. But let's not point that out. We're now 7 minutes away from the Bunbury, $1 million event going 1.25 miles on the grass, and this field is so good. So good. There's at least 4 freaks in here. I love it. So to talk about it, here's Nina.
Congratulations to Kisses for M. And now we are on to the Louisville Bunbury. Night March is a homebred for Kane Saracen. I can never say your last name. I'm sorry. Yes, okay. Kane Saracen. I was right. Woo! Sired by Kitasan Black and out of the Deep Impact mare Gentle Donna. 2 wins from 4 starts, $150,000 in earnings. One, the Grade 2 North California Bunbury, week 3 Friday, and then one is maiden week 16 Friday with an 88 over Word of Recall. And was second in the Grade 3 Magical Trevor Stakes week 14 Monday. Post position number 2 is Fireproof, owned by Laura Ferguson and bred by the Steward. Cost $7.6 million at the TBS yearling sale. Sired by Yanto and out of the Pride of Atlantis mare, The Perfect Kiss. 3 wins from 4 starts, $262,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 3 Diversito Stakes week 3 Friday, going 9 furlongs over School of Evil and Into the Dusk with a 92 and was third behind King Michael and Santano Moon in the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Bunbury week 16 Thursday. Post position number 3 is Variety of Jewels, owned by Keith Maidlow and bred by Lee Cara. He is a 3-year-old colt sired by Cape Canaveral and out of the Edward Cullen mare Emerald Eyes. 1 win from 5 starts, $32,000 in earnings. His only win came week 13, year 46 in a maiden where he ran at 84. After that, he was 5th in the Stewards Cup Bunbury, and then he was 3rd and 4th in allowance races week 2 and week 4. Post position number 4 is King Michael, a homebred for Mike Eaton, bred 3-year-old black colt sired by King of Monsters out of the Sydney mare Capital Income. 3 wins from 4 starts, $601,000 in earnings. Was second to Night March in the Grade 2 North California Bunbury week 3 Friday. Did win the Grade 1 Stewards Cup Bunbury by a length and a quarter with a 97, and then won the Desired Sunshine Prep week 13 Friday as well. Post position number 5 is a homebred for Carol Hansen, Satano Moon, a half-sister to Queen of Atlantis. He is a 3-year-old black colt sired by Satano Diamond and out of the Pride of Atlantis mare, Mood of Atlantis. 4 wins from 5 starts, $490,000 in earnings. Won the Lexington Bunbury Grade 1 as a prep here week 4 Friday after taking a 4-week rest after his runner-up in the Stewards Cup Bunbury. Also won the Grade 3 Dudley Stakes week 14 Monday. Post position number 6 is Wind in Silence, owned by Dee's Racing Stable and bred by Emma Loughran. He is a 3-year-old gelding sired by Ashin Hikari and out of the Tattered mare, Tattered Flag. 2 wins from 5 starts, $61,000 in earnings. Won the English Channel Stakes week 3 Monday as a prep race there in Barbados and was 11th in the Stewards Cup Bunbury week 16 Thursday, and then was 3rd in the non-winners at 2 week 14 Friday. Post position number 7 is a Steward bred owned by Pepper Carroll, Eerily Calm. Cost $1.8 million at the TBS 2-year-old sale. He is sired by Buttermint and out of the Nipote di Alante mare, Inhumanely Fast. 3 wins from 4 starts, $26,000 in earnings. Comes in off of a 90 speed figure in a non-winners of 3 week 4 Monday in New Mexico. Before that was 7th in the Grade 1 Magellan Stakes week 16 Friday behind Get Smart Again and Trainer. And then post position number 8 is Trainer, owned by Willie Carson, bred by the Steward. Cost $1.3 million at the TBS 2-year-old sale. Sired by Mr. O'Brien and bred out of the Andre Mare Racehorse Time. 1 win from 6 starts, $203,000 in earnings, though. Was 3rd in the Grade 1 Lexington Bunbury week 4 Friday. And then was 6th in the Escaper Stakes week 2 Friday and 2nd in the Magellan Stakes week 16 Friday. And that is this year's field for the Louisville Bunbury. And we will turn it over to the steward if she's ready. Yay!
Okay, it's time for a contest, guys, and hopefully you can hear me okay, because I'm definitely laying on my back on the couch with my feet up. This is lazy race calling apparently tonight. So here's a contest. It's for 100,000 sim dollars, and this contest was sponsored by a player in this chat room right now. So I'm not going to tell you who it is because that could give it away. We were looking at the Desert World Cup winners, and we were noticing that like certain mile and a quarter sires just rock this race. Awake as I Am had 4 winners. End of the Line had 2. Fighting with Wit had 2. Giacomo had 3. Messiahs had 3. Ramblings had 3. So basically, if you're a stallion that is obsessed with the mile and a quarter, and your foals are all obsessed with the mile and a quarter, you're gonna bust out a Desert World Cup winner, it looks like. But the tricky question is, name the mares that have produced more than one Desert World Cup winner. Which dams have produced more than one for 100,000 sim dollars? Do 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 do. Marilyn Million is not the answer. She only had one. Weirdly enough, I would have guessed more than that. But nope, she's a slacker. Okay, guys, pull up the museum, do a sort by mares, and then think about what just happened and figure out what the tricky question is. Nina, you can't win.
I wasn't here for the question anyway, so I don't know what it is. I was dealing with naughty kitties.
Okay, the question was what mares have produced 2 winners? Hey, Pete Vela is the winner! Congrats, Pete Vela! He's paying attention to the fact that Wish Upon a Star just had a horse win 10 minutes ago. Good job for you. Okay, it's post time for the Bunbury. And not shockingly, Danny Derby was the sponsor of that contest because he hearts winning the Desert World Cup. So once again, I love this field. I think these are going to be the horses we are talking about on the Desert World Cup or Desert Turf Classic card next year. So that's all fun and exciting. Betting pool closes at $29,100. That is not a race chart. That is someone's admin page. I'll be okay. They're off in the Louisville Bunbury, and it was a perfect start for all 8 runners. Satono Moon is hustled out to go to the lead, joined by Variety of Jewels. King Michael is there too, and then Eerily Calm, Wind and Silence, Night March from the Rail, then Fireproof, and Trainer is the early trailer. So they come down past us for the first time, and they are under the wire to the clubhouse turn. Satono Moon dueling with Variety of Jewels. They've got 2 lengths on King Michael, the Stewards Cup winner, then Eerily Calm. Wind and Silence is 5th, Night March is 6th along the rail, then Fireproof on his outside, and Trainer is the trailer. They turn down the backstretch, and Satono Moon, he shook clear, and he leads by 2 lengths. Variety of Jewels is 2nd, 5 in front of King Michael. He's all by himself with Eerily Calm 4th, then Wind and Silence. Fireproof has gained a spot in 6th. Night March is still 7th, then Trainer, who is the trailer, and he would have 10 lengths to make up. Half a mile left to go in the Bunbury, and Satono Moon still leads by 2. He's cruising on the front end. Variety of Jewels is asked to go. King Michael, and here comes Fireproof with a big move. Fireproof, he's up into 3rd. Night March is chasing that one. He's 5th. Then Eerily Calm, Wind and Silence, and Trainer. They come to the top of the stretch, and Satono Moon needs to get going because here comes Fireproof at him. Night March is on his heels, then King Michael. These 4 are the ones left. Fireproof, he takes the lead, and he's trying to draw away. Night March is 2nd. Satono Moon can't hold on. It's going to be Fireproof, though. He's ultra impressive today in the Bunbury. Fireproof runs away to win by 2. Night March is 2nd. Satono Moon 3rd. Then King Michael and Variety of Jewels. The official winner is Fireproof. He's a 3-year-old chestnut colt by Yanto out of the Perfect Kiss by Pride of Atlantis. He was bred by the steward and is owned by Laura Ferguson. It's good that Laura Ferguson got a win because apparently she lost a stakes level Sydney colt to not being insured today, and that made her sad. So hopefully this makes her less sad. This is a $7.6 million purchase who's now earned like $700,000, so get going, Fireproof. You need to earn more money. We are 16 minutes away to post time for the Louisville Oaks. Yeah, this race is crazy because here's the thing. In the little contest that I had, Eskimo Kiss is the favorite over Napa Rose, which surprises me, but that's a different story. Then Perfect Denial was the third choice. Here's the thing. I just think this is basically the same filly over and over. Like, how can you like Eskimo Kiss, but you don't like My Little Penguin, who just seems just as good, or Gray, who's got the pedigree to be any kind, or Safe With Me, who was in the Derby until last night, and she actually knocked a horse out of this race by switching back over here. There's 2 fillies in the Derby that could have been here, and they went to the Derby because that's how good the filly crop is this year. It kind of seems better than the colt crop, like horse for horse. So yeah, this race is crazy. So here's Nina to dissect the 14 fillies.
Well, the first horse in the field is a full sister to D.I. Hardy, and that is Shadow of a Doubt, owned by Willie Carson and bred by the steward. Costs $2.5 million in earnings at the to cost $2.5 million. That's TBS yearling sale. She is sired by Taste of Shadows, and out of the INI mare Cyrix. 3 wins from 7 starts, $175,000 in earnings. Her last win, though, was week 11, Friday, in a grade 3 mile race, the exogenous. And since then, she hasn't been as fast or as winning. She was 3rd in the grade 2 New Orleans Oaks week 4 Friday, was 6th in the Silver Bullet Stakes week 2 Friday, and then was 6th in the Stewards Cup Debutante week 16 Thursday. Post position number 2 is Dawn's Light, owned by me and bred by the steward. Cost $18.6 million at the TBS yearling sale. Well, sired by Harry Potter and out of the East Mare Chocolate. 2 wins from 3 starts, $79,000 in earnings. Won the grade 2 Puerto Rico Ladies Stakes week 14 Monday, and then was 2nd to So Clear to Me Now in the grade 3 Bayshore Oaks week 1 Friday. And then post position number 3 is one of the favorites, and that's Napa Rose, owned and bred by Danny Derby. This 3-year-old filly is sired by Doctor, and now the Father Ralph mare, Let It Go. Undefeated, 444, $1.1 million in earnings. Did win the Stewards Cup Juvenile wire-to-wire. Almost did not run wire-to-wire in the grade 2 Gontaron Stakes week 3 Friday this year, where she beat Stay Always by a head. She did lose the lead for a moment, but then came back to win it. And then she won the grade 3 Chef's Counter Stakes week 14 Monday on a sloppy track in Illinois. Post position number 4 is Eskimo Kiss, homebred for Art Vandelay. This 3-year-old filly is sired by R. Lyons Reel out of the Father Ralph mare, Maryland Million. 3 wins from 4 starts, $597,000 in earnings. Won the grade 2 Lost California Stakes week 3 Friday as a prep race over Make an Appearance and So Clear to Me Now. Was 2nd to Napa Rose in the grade 1 Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies, and then won the Sky Flyer Stakes, which is a grade 3 week 13 Friday on a good track over Our Little Secret and Along Comes Mary. Post position number 5 is Things You Said, who Doug Kidwell paid $5 million for, and bred by the steward. She is sired by Mint and out of the highest steam mare Now, has 2 wins from 4 starts, $110,000 in earnings. Won her prep race, which was the Dare to Dream Stakes, week 3 Friday on a fast track in Kentucky over Careful and Master of Death, and then was third in the Grade 2 Dance Stakes, week 16 Friday, when she bypassed the Stewards Cup, but she lost to Promises Kept and My Little Penguin, and then was second in the Grade 3 Untappable Stakes, week 13 Friday, to Almost Famous. Post position number 6 is Perfect Denial, a homebred for Brianna McKenzie. This 3-year-old filly is sired by Doctor and out of the other man mare, Perfect Temptation. She has 4 wins from 5 starts, $317,000 in earnings. Won her last 3 races, including the Grade 1 Southern California Oaks, which was run week 4 Friday as a prep in California. Also won the Grade 3 Skyfall Stakes week 2 Friday in California over Safe and To Your Knees, and then bypassed the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies to run in the Grade 1 Inglewood Starlet on a muddy track week 15 Friday, which she won with a 92 over St. Elmo's Fire and Make It a Good One. Post position number 7 is Stay Always, homebred for Emily Mitchell. This 3-year-old filly is sired by Horcrux and out of the Stay Awake mare, Stay Still. 2 wins from 3 starts, $90,000 in earnings. Was second in her prep race week 3 Friday, the Grade 2 Gontaron Stakes behind Napa Rose. And then she didn't run again before that. She took a few weeks off because she last ran before that in a week 14 Friday in the Grade 3 Avow Stakes, which she won over North Star and Make an Appearance. And then she won her maiden week 10 Friday. Post position number 8 is St. Elmo's Fire, a homebred for Tim Matthews. She's a 3-year-old bay filly sired by Messiah out of the Voldemort mare, Bibliomania. 2 wins from 5 starts, $174,000 in earnings. She won the Grade 2 New Orleans Oaks, which was week 4 Friday, with a 85 over Verity and Shadow of a Doubt. Was second to Ashes of Eden in the Silver Bullet Stakes, week 2 Friday on a fast track. And she also skipped the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies to sit second behind Perfect Denial in the Grade 1 Inglewood Starlet. Post position number 9 is Gray, owned and bred by Susie Rydell. She is sired by Together and out of the Wake As I Am mare, Amber. 3 wins from 4 starts, $168,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 2 Albuquerque Park Oaks week 4 Monday on a sloppy track with a 90 speed figure over North Star and Sparkle Bright. Also won the Grade 3 White Wolf Stakes week 1 Friday when she decided not to run in the Stewards Cup with an 88 over Sparkle Bright and In the Moment. And she was third in the week 14 Friday Grade 1 Trap Stakes behind Promises Kept and Color Me Jealous, but she did break her maiden with a 99. Post position number 10 is Just to Be Together, a homebred from Mike Bryant. This 3-year-old filly is sired by Can We Be Together and the Just Victory mare, Rhapsody. 2 wins from 4 starts, $76,000 in earnings. Was third in the Grade 2 Puerto Rico Ladies Stakes, week 4 Monday as her prep, behind Dawn's Light and Quiet Courage. Did win the Chilean Vacation Stakes, week 2 Monday in Chile, over Keep Stringing and Prevailing Rumors. Also was second in the Such Great Heights Stakes, week 14 Friday, behind Flower Child. Post position number 11 is the filly who last second withdrew from the Louisville Derby and came over here for the Oaks, and that is Safe With Me. She is owned by Chris Bobby and bred by the Steward. Cost $24.9 million at the TBS yearling sale. Sired by Doctor and now the War Daddy mare, Just One Kiss. Undefeated 4 for 4. Wired the field to win the Grade 3 Sunshine Oaks week 3 Friday with a 92 over Queen of Disco and Edelweiss. And then won the Grade 2 Trial by Summer Sales Graduate Debutante week 16 Friday over Careful and Steer in Wonder. And also won the Grade 3 Okibi Senshi Stakes week 13 Friday. Post position number 12 is Promises Kept, homebred for Louis Bayou. This 3-year-old filly is started by Be Prepared out of the URIM mare Swifty. 3 wins from 6 starts, $297,000 in earnings. Was second to Enchantment in the Grade 2 Warm Stakes, week 4 Friday, going 9 furlongs. And then was third in the Grade 3 Torrid Night Stakes, week 2 Friday on a muddy track, behind My Little Penguin and Enchantment. And then won the Grade 2 Dance Stakes, week 16 Friday, over My Little Penguin and Things You Said within 91. Post position number 13 is My Little Penguin, homebred for Art Vandelay. This 3-year-old filly is sired by Be Prepared and out of the Sword Mare Promise. 3 wins from 5 starts, $204,000 in earnings. Won her prep race here week 4 Friday in Florida, the Grade 3 Royalty Stakes over Keep the Secret and Just Exaggerator. Also won the Grade 3 Torrid Night Stakes over Enchantment and Promises Kept, and was second to Promises Kept in the Grade 2 Dance Stakes, week 16 Friday. Post position number 14 is Enchantment, homebred by me, Nina Olson, sired by Harry Potter out of the Just Victory mare Prayers. 3 wins from 5 starts, $193,000 in earnings. Won her prep here in Kentucky, week 14 Friday. The Warm Stakes, which is a Grade 2 over Promises Kept and Brassy Trumpet. Was second to My Little Penguin in the Grade 3 Torrid Night Stakes, and was fifth to Napa Rose and Eskimo Kiss and Spirit Runner in the Juvenile Fillies. And that is this year's field for the Stewards Cup Oaks. Or sorry, not the Stewards Cup, the Louisville Oaks. It's been a long day. Ugh.
Okay, so this Louisville Oaks, as the Louisville Oaks always is so nice. Listen to the dams. Chocolate, dam of like everything good. Let It Go, probably the current best female family in the game. Marilyn Million, do we even need to introduce her? Perfect Temptation, who's the first foal from the first foal? No, not the first foal, but she's a foal from Just One Kiss. So, yeah. Stay Still was a very nice horse, Bibliomania, related to Marilyn Million. Amber, you know, Amber, dam of everything good. Just One Kiss herself. Swifty, who is a daughter of Marilyn Million. Promise was a very good horse, and so was Prayers. So basically, there's only 2 mares in this whole field that you probably haven't heard of, and that's disgusting because this field's really good. And I kind of like left out D.I. Hardy's dam because I figure she's not a household name. So, yeah, this is a good race. Who do we like? Who do we like, guys? I definitely think there's horses flying under the radar. Like, Safe With Me is unbeaten, and she got maybe 2 picks in the contest today. She was in the Derby and moved here. This is an unbeaten Dr. filly. How is she not the favorite? Oh, wait. It's because there's other horses in here, like Gray, who is sister to numerous millionaires. Her only loss came to Promises Kept, which is a horse that everyone's basically ignoring. Perfect Denial is run a 99. That's fast. Dawn's Light is a half-sister to the following. Brilliantly, Stewards Cup Classic winner. Sherwood, Stewards Cup Classic second like 3 times or something like that. Mint, who is probably, now that Rambling's gone, my current favorite go-to dirt route stallion. Breathe In, she won the Distaff. Steelheart, he was just second in the Desert World Cup. And Neapolitan is the dam of Nowitzki, who is in the Louisville Derby in 1 race. How about that, guys? If Napa Rose wins the Louisville Oaks, I promise to sing her dam's name really loud when I get to it. It'll be like Napa Rose is a 3-year-old gray filly by Dr. Out of Let It Go. Okay, not right now though. Or is it just as simple as Eskimo Kiss? This is one of the few horses that Art Vandelay kept. This is one of the reasons why he didn't completely disperse, because he loves this filly and really thinks that she can win the Oaks. Eric Nowbone on the podcast, however, said that the Oaks isn't her race. It's the Acorn and the Midsummer that she's more suited for. So, yeah. 3 whole people told me who they like in this race. You would pay money? Dan, I will karaoke for you all night long if you want. I'll just make up a song. I'm watching the Meadowlands on my TV because TVG's been on for the last 8 hours. And everybody needs to give me their money for the trial by summer sales. It's really sad that these are saved to YouTube now. Because before, I could make a fool of myself and it was fine. And now it's, saved forever for people on the internet to hear. Can you imagine at EquestriaCon, people are walking by the booth? Do you want to sign up for the sim? Because it's a good game. We talk about kittens just as much as we talk about fake horses. Okay. Anyway, we're going to be done with that now. 1 minute to post for the Louisville Oaks, the 47th running of this race. Can you guys believe it's year 47? In 1 year's time, it'll be year 50. That's great. All right, it's post time for the Oaks. The betting pool closes at $41,300. If the Derby isn't over $200,000, I'm going to freak out. It is post time. They're 3-year-old fillies going 1 1/8 miles for $1 million. They're off in the 47th Louisville Oaks, and it was a good break for all except for Things You Said, who was 1 step slow. Napa Rose, she shows that early speed and she's going to go out to lead them. St. Elmo's Fire will chase. Gray is 3rd, then Stay Always, Just Be Together, and Promises Kept. Eskimo Kiss is widest of all, then Safe With Me, Things You Said in Perfect Denial. Dawn's Light, Enchantment, Shadow of a Doubt, and My Little Penguin is the early trailer, but they're tightly grouped, a field of 14, and you could throw a blanket over them. There's only 3 lengths front to back, and it's led by Napa Rose a length in front. Then the rest of them, St. Elmo's Fire and Gray, Stay Always and Just Be Together, then Promises Kept and Eskimo Kiss. Safe With Me, Things You Said in Perfect Denial, Dawn's Light, Enchantment, Shadow of Doubt, and My Little Penguin. They go down the backstretch, and Napa Rose, she now leads by 2. She's under a strong hold, and she looks good. Gray is up into 2nd with St. Elmo's Fire alongside 3rd. Promises Kept has gained 2 spots. She's 4th, then Stay Always, Just Be Together, and Eskimo Kiss. Safe With Me, Things You Said in Perfect Denial, Dawn's Light, Enchantment, Shadow of Doubt, and My Little Penguin. They have half a mile left to go in the Oaks. It is Napa Rose, and here they come. It's Eskimo Kiss and Promises Kept. Promises Kept between horses, and she takes the lead. Napa Rose is struggling now. Safe With Me coming on. Perfect Denial and Gray. St. Elmo's Fire is dropped out, and Stay Always. My Little Penguin is asked to go. Enchantment and Dawn's Light. They're at the top of the stretch, and Promises Kept is the leader. Here comes Perfect Denial ranging up alongside Eskimo Kiss. Safe With Me, Napa Rose, Enchantment, and Gray. It's Promises Kept and Perfect Denial. These two gonna slug it out. Promises Kept on the inside, Perfect Denial on the outside, Eskimo Kiss back 3rd, and it's gonna be Promises Kept by a head in the Oaks. Perfect Denial 2nd, 2 lengths back to Eskimo Kiss 3rd, then Safe With Me, Napa Rose, and Enchantment. The official winner is Promises Kept. She's a 3-year-old black filly by Be Prepared out of Swifty by URIM. She is a homebred for Louise Bayou and is now 4 for 7 lifetime. don't forget that you can lease Swifty's future foals in Art Vandelay's lease auctions. So, yeah. Next up is the big one. It is the Louisville Derby. 3-year-old colts going 1.25 miles for $2 million. For the first time in a long time, it's only a field of 19, which is not normal. The betting pool is currently only $86,000, which is not acceptable. So congrats, Bay, and here is Nina one last time tonight.
Congratulations, Louise, with promises kept. Very nice filly. Now we are to the 19 horses for the Louisville Derby. And first up, we have Carl Smythe, homebred, John F. Kennedy, sired by Man of Mystery out of the Sword Mare Dark Sister. 2 wins from 5 starts, $211,000 in earnings. Is the winner of the Grade 1 Hot Springs Derby, which ran week 4 Monday in Arizona. He beat Safe Trip Home and Report. Was second in the Grade 3 Giacomo Stakes behind Boomtown, where he ran in 96 against him week 1 Friday, because he did skip the Stewards Cup. And then he ran second to Cosmo in the Grade 2 Louisiana Jackpot. Post position number 2 is one of 2 speed horses in this field, I believe, and that is Deep Sleep. Brandon McNulty paid $7 million for this steward bred at the yearling sale. He is sired by Messiah and out of the War Daddy mare, Sleep to Dream. He was third in the Grade 2 Kentucky Courage Stakes, week 4 Friday, behind The Flame Still Burns and Hawk. He did win the Grade 3 Rising Star Stakes and the Grade 2 Trial by Summer Graduate Stakes wire to wire before that. Post position number 3 is Fighting Spirit, owned by Ryan Whitehead and bred by the steward. He costs $2.5 million at the TBS yearling sale. He is sired by Doomsday and out of the Flames mare Spirit. 4 wins from 5 starts, $301,000 in earnings. He did win the Grade 2 Albuquerque Park Derby week 4 Monday over a sloppy track, beating Encrypted Hello and hold the finish, and was second to Asil in the Grade 3 I'll Have Another Stakes week 1 Friday in California, where he ran in 88, and he did win the Grade 1 Inglewood Futurity week 15 Friday. Post position number 4 is the undefeated Ridgewood, who we all know is a half-brother to Tahoe. He is a bred for Eric Nalbone, sired by Man of Mystery out of Awake As I Am mare Corona. Undefeated 5 for 5, $1.2 million. He is the Stewards Cup Juvenile winner, but he also won the Southern California Derby week 4 Friday with an 87 over Rondon and Dr. Manhattan. He also won the Grade 2 Pacific Coast Highway Stakes, again over Rondon, and I agree with me, where he ran in 90. Post position number 5 is Commanding, a homebred for John Exet, and he is a 3-year-old bay colt sired by Sherwood and out of the Seek Up mare Tenaciously. 3 wins from 4 starts, $597,000 in earnings. He won the Grade 2 Rivalry Stakes after being runner-up to Ridgewood in the Stewards Cup Juvenile. Commanding ran in 90 week 3 Friday, so he gets a nice 3-week rest. And then he also won the Grade 3 Persevere Stakes week 13 Friday over a good track where he ran in 94 over Cosmo. Post position number 6 is the other speed horse in the field, and that is Stormbolt, a homebred for Jolene Danner. He is sired by Man of Mystery out of the URIM mare, You Are In My Past. 2 wins from 4 starts, $134,000 in earnings. Was runner-up to Blame Canada in the Grade 2 Battle Cry Stakes week 3 Friday. He was also runner-up to Conqueror in the Grade 2 Louisville Jockey Club Stakes week 16 Friday, but he did win the Grade 3 Thriller Stakes over Outlander and Vector week 13 Friday. Post position number 7 is a filly, a homebred for Danny Derby, Blame Canada. She is sired by Rambling out of the Messiah filly Skyfall, who we all know won the Derby when she was a 3-year-old. 3 wins from 4 starts, $285,000 in earnings. Won the Battle Cry Stakes over Stormbolt and Charming Sense. Was 4th in the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies, though, behind stablemate Napa Rose, Eskimo Kiss, and Spirit Runner, and then won the Grade 3 Mercy Stakes Week 14 Monday. Post position number 8 is Scarlatti, one of the entrants here for Susie Rydell, a homebred, sired by Tahoe out of the White Spire mare Daydream, undefeated, 4 for 4, $217,000 in earnings. What is the winner of the Grade 2 Buccaneer Derby, Week 3 Friday there in Florida, where he ran in 86 over Dangerous Years. Also won the Grade 3 End Results Stakes, Week 1 Friday, over Aaron Burr in Warnings. And he won the Grade 3 Canadian Juvenile Week 15 Monday in Canada with an 88. Post position number 9 is one of the horses that's been constantly running high speed figures, and that is Conqueror. This is a homebred for Cleopatra. This 3-year-old colt is sired by Excelsior, and out of the Stay Inside mare Metaphysical. Undefeated, 5 for 5, $343,000 in earnings. Ran a 96 speed figure when he took the Grade 1 New Orleans Derby Week 4 Friday over Vector and Bound for Camelot. Also ran in 96 in the Grade 2 Fountain of Gold Stakes Week 2 Friday. He did skip the juvenile to run in the Louisville Jockey Club Stakes Week 16 Friday, where he ran in 94 over Stormbolt and Cott. Post position number 10 is Lute, another homebred for Jolene Danner. Is sired by Scanlon and out of the Firefly mare Liar. 3 wins from 4 starts, $170,000 in earnings. Won his last 3 starts. His only loss was his maiden debut, Week 46, Week 10. After that, has been running really high 80s and 90s. Did win the Grade 3 Oyster Bay Stakes Week 3 Friday on a muddy track with a 91 over Briefing and I See Me. Also won the Grade 2 Empire Maker Stakes over a sloppy track, over Tormentor of Souls and Quiet Desire with a 92, and broke his maiden with an 89. Post position number 11 is Nowitzki, homebred for Jake Toward. He is sired by Keybird Courage and out of the Ice and Fire mare Neapolitan. 3 wins out of 4 starts, $283,000 in earnings. Is a half-sister to an Oaks winner, Spectacular Affair, but also won the Grade 2 Owl Stakes, which was Week 3 Friday, where he ran in 89, was 4th behind Ridgewood, Commanding, and Vector in the Stewards Cup Juvenile, and then won the Grade 3 With Kind Regard Stakes, Week 14 Monday in California. Post position number 12 is Cosmo, a homebred for Chris Bobby, sired by Doctor out of the Just Victory mare Just Sublime. 4 wins from 5 starts, $378,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 1 Kentucky Blues Stakes by ahead over a Seal and Nerved Obeisance. With a 91, and then won the Grade 3 Border Derby Week 2 Monday over Slept in Pukwudgie with a 91, and also won the Grade 2 Louisiana Jackpot. Post position number 3 is Vector, leased by Mike Bryant, bred and owned by Art Vandelay. This 3-year-old bay colt is sired by Man of Mystery out of the Whirlpool mare I Whirl and Dance. 2 wins from 5 starts, $324,000 in earnings. Was 2nd in the New Orleans Derby behind Conqueror, but did win the Grade 3 Loki Masterpiece Stakes and was 3rd in the Stewards Cup Juvenile with an 80 behind Ridgewood and Commanding. Post position number 14 is Outlander, owned by Danny Derby and bred by the steward. Danny paid $5.8 million at the TBS yearling sale, sired by Be Prepared out of the R Lions Real Mare Banelander. 3 wins from 5 starts, $247,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 1 New York Stakes
over Dynamite in Pukwudgie with an 87, week 4 Friday, and then won the grade 3 Tremendous Stakes in Kentucky week 2 Friday over Hawk and Sancho, and was third in the Louisiana Jackpot behind Cosmo and John F. Kennedy. Post position Post position number 15 is another filly in the field, and that is Bill Outsilver's Spirit Runner. This filly is sired by Harry Potter out of the Sword Mare, Ghost Walker. 3 wins from 5 starts, $423,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 1 Lexington Oaks a week 4 Friday, going 8.5 furlongs. Decided to skip the Oaks to come here. She beat Safe and Ashes of Eden in the Lexington Oaks. Was fourth in the Torrid Night Stakes, which was a grade 3 behind My Little Penguin, Enchantment, and Promises Kept. And then was third in the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies behind Napa Rose and Eskimo Kiss. A seal is post position number 16, a homebred for Rebecca Rose Hepburn, sired by Hold Above and out of the URIM mare Just for Fun. 2 wins from 4 starts, $163,000 in earnings. Was second to Cosmo in the Grade 1 Kentucky Blue Stakes, where he ran in 90. He also won the Grade 3 I'll Have Another Stakes week 1 Friday, which he beat Fighting Spirit and Ben Bohr. Ran in 90, and then he was second to Nowitzki in the Grade 3 With Kind Regards Stakes, week 14, Monday. Post position number 17 is Safe Trip Home. He is owned by Lino Duran and bred by the steward, cost $2.1 million at the TBS yearling sale. Sired by Safe Passage out of the Windseeker mare Goodbye. 3 wins from 4 starts, $161,000 in earnings. Was second to John F. Kennedy in the Grade 1 Hot Springs Derby week 4 Monday on a good track. And then he won the Sunshine Derby week 1 Monday in New Mexico over Toes and Finding Earth with an 89, and then he won the Grade 2 Breakbill Stakes week 14 one day in Canada over Team Player and D's Opportunity. Post position number 18 is a homebred for Susie Rydell, and that is the undefeated Boomtown, sired by Mint out of the Other Man mare Rose. 4 for 4, $320,000 in earnings. This one won the Grade 1 Sunshine Park Derby, going 9 furlongs, week 3 Friday over Spiritual Entity and Storm Tower with a 90 speed figure. Did win the Giacomo Stakes, which was a Grade 3, week 1 Friday over John F. Kennedy and Queen of Disco, where he ran in 96. And he also won the Grade 1 Bubbly Stakes, week 14 Friday over Suited and Quiet Desire, where he ran in 94. In post position number 19 is the Flame Still Burns, a homebred for Brianna McKenzie, sired by R. Lions Reel out of the Other Man mare, The Other Flame. 4 wins from 5 starts, $239,000 in earnings. Won the Grade 2 Keyboard Courage Stakes over Hawk and Deep Sleep week 4 Friday on a fast track. Was fourth in the Grade 3 Tremendous Stakes behind Outlander, Hawk, and Sancho, and won the Grade 2 2-year-old Marathon Stakes week 16 Friday over Captain Awesome in a Fine Frenzy with an 89. And that is this year's field for the Louisville Derby. We will turn it over to the steward.
Thank you, Nina. Very excellent job tonight. Getting kind of rough there at the end, but that's what happens when you talk for several hours straight, so I appreciate your hard work. If you guys want to meet Nina, only Pete Vella and I have met Nina, I do believe, from the sim.
Rebecca and Danny have met
Oh,
me.
Rebecca and Danny. Yeah, obviously. Danny, I forgot about. She will be at EquestriaCon working the booth, and you can hear the dulcet tones of Nina in person with your face. I don't know where I'm going with that. Basically, come to EquestriaCon is what I'm going for because, yeah. So, this is the Derby. There's 2 fillies in it. I literally can't remember a Derby that has had 2 fillies in it, but maybe that's happened before. And this Derby, to me, is all about distance preference, as it often is. The doctor types are going to have a hard time because they just do. You have to be a special one. Nina and I had to think hard to come up with You Never Know winning the Classic last year. You never know. I really like him as a sire. I'd kind of forgotten that he'd retired. I thought he was still racing. How'd that go for me? I think there's horses in here that people are totally ignoring who will love the distance, like Outlander, who I've already joked is Danny Derby's lock for next year's Dubai Desert World Cup because of the pedigree alone. Loves a mile and a quarter. Blame Canada, the other Danny Derby. Another thing that is here instead of in the Oaks because she hates the mile and an eighth, and this is her jam. Ridgewood is your favorite. This is the horse that most people have picked, and he is bred top and bottom Eric to be a mile and a quarter horse. Eric Nalbone trying to win his fifth Derby, two, three, four, fifth Louisville Derby. This is the same family as Circle of Life, who just won the World Cup. So, yeah. I thought it was interesting in Dan Kaufman's preview of the Derby, which was amazing, and if you didn't read it, you should. Total kudos to Dan Kaufman for following this group all along the Triple Crown Trail. I hope he keeps it up through the Long Island Classic. He thinks that Conqueror is suspect at the distance, and I could see that going either way. Conqueror is their second choice. He's undefeated. Metaphysical by Stay Inside, I'll grant you, she looks suspect because she's the dam of space and time who couldn't go this distance. But she is out of a Persevere mare that wanted to go long. That mare is Persevere, Awake as I Am. And the sire, Excelsior, is a sword horse out of Clearly Best. So that's mile and a quarter over mile and a quarter. And Excelsior himself won at a mile and a quarter with a 92. So to me, the sire side is all about a mile and a quarter. Can that overcome the dam? I guess we're about to find out in 1 minute. Vector, bred for the mile and a quarter. And what about Jolene Danner's Loot? She has been trying to win the Derby since like year 15, I believe. She has run second numerous times. And here she brings a really nice colt out of her super awesome multimillionaire mare Lyre. And this horse is by Scanlon. Can Scanlon sire a horse that goes a mile and a quarter? I mean, he hasn't yet. So, yeah, definitely. Fighting Spirit, super mile and a quarter horse for sure. What about Nowitzki? I don't think anyone's even heard of this Jake Toward horse, and he's a Keyboard Courage out of a Stewards Cup Classic winner lined mare. So, anyway, that's what you have to think of when you're betting this race. Who can go a mile and a quarter? Who can't? There's not a lot of speed in here, so is someone going to get loose? Anyway, it is post time for the 47th Louisville Derby, a field of 19 horses, 17 colts and 2 fillies, going to go a mile and a quarter for $2 million. They're off in the Louisville Derby, and Deep Sleep had a bad break, so too did the Philly Spirit Runner, and Loot was one step slow. Deep Sleep, though, he is hustled, and Deep Sleep is going to go to the lead, joined by Stormbolts. Those two horses kick away from the field. Azel is up close, Outlander and Ridgewood. Then John F. Kennedy, The Flame Still Burns, and Conqueror. Loot, Spirit Runner, Nowitzki, and Boomtown. Then Scarlatti, Commanding, Fighting Spirit, Blame Canada, Safe Trip Home, Vector, and Cosmo is the early trailer. So they go under the wire the first time to the clubhouse turn, and it is Deep Sleep, and he's leading by 3. Deep Sleep, very happy with his position and the pace. Then Stormbolts, Azel, and Outlander. Ridgewood is 5th alongside John F. Kennedy and The Flame Still Burns. Those 3 across the track. Then Conqueror right there too. Loot, Spirit Runner, Nowitzki, and Boomtown. Then Scarlatti, Commanding, Fighting Spirit, and Blame Canada. Safe Trip Home, Vector, and Cosmo. So Deep Sleep, he's in a runaway, and the pace is now fast. Deep Sleep leads by 6. Stormbolts and The Flame Still Burns, John S. Kennedy alongside, and Ridgewood. Then Azel, Outlander, Loot, Conqueror, and Nowitzki. Spirit Runner moving up through the pack. Scarlatti, Fighting Spirit, Commanding, Boomtown, Blame Canada, and Vector needs to get going if he wants to get involved because they're coming to the half-mile pole. Deep Sleep, but he only leads by 2. Here comes Conqueror between horses, and Conqueror is the first to move. The Flame Still Burns Burns right there in with a shot, and John F. Kennedy. Azel is dropping back. Here comes Nowitzki. Nowitzki in with an upset chance. Then Ridgewood. Not today. He's dropping back. Outlander, Boomtown, and Commanding. Here they come down the stretch, and Conqueror takes the lead. He runs away. Conqueror, he opens up by 2, now 3. Nowitzki is the one chasing him. Deep Sleep still there third, and John F. Kennedy, the flame still burns. But Conqueror, in an impressive display in the Derby. Conqueror, he's going to win by 4. Conqueror wins the run for the Roses. Nowitzki is second. Deep Sleep, John F. Kennedy, the flame still burns. Fighting Spirit, Ridgewood, Commanding, Azel, Boomtown, Outlander, Loot, and then Victor and Blame Canada. The official winner of the Louisville Derby is Conqueror. He's a 3-year-old bay colt by Excelsior out of Metaphysical by Stay Inside. He is a homebred for Cleopatra, and he is now unbeaten in 6 starts. What do you guys think about him in the Baltimore Crown? If we thought he was suspect at 1.25 miles, is he a lock to win the Baltimore Crown? Then we'd have a horse going for the Triple Crown, and that would rock. So, true confession time. While I was talking to you guys about the race with about 2 minutes to post, Cleo texted me, and I'm sure most of you know that she's a jockey in Australia. And she said, I'm standing outside the steward's office. Jockeys aren't allowed to have cell phones because of, cheating and betting and stuff. So she said, I'm about to hand my phone to the stewards so that I can go get on my first horse. Please just tell me how he runs. And it was like 2 minutes to post, and I was talking, so I just very quietly typed, he wins, and then I locked the betting. And then she was like freaked out, and then she went silent because she had to get on a horse. So that's exciting. So, yeah. So don't forget to join us 1 week from right now for 4 races in Baltimore. We'll see a bunch of this same group rolling right back. One horse I'd love to see in Baltimore is Cosmo. He did absolutely nothing today, but he's totally bred for Baltimore. Doctor out of a Just Victory mare. Someone tell Chris Bobby I said that, because she's probably going to geld him after this effort. That's the end of tonight's broadcast. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you to Nina. It was lovely to be here tonight. And I hope you all join me next week. We're going to have Pam Meyer back as the MC. So don't miss that. Thank you all, and good night.